VW,
Okay.
SCDB.
CDB. Starting. Thank you, lovely gong. Thank you, low pitch. We got a lot of... It's our first chance in a long time to connect to our European audience, Nick.
Yeah, I try to connect to my European audience like once a week.
Oh, that's true, yeah, you do. But you usually catch it on the flip side, right? Like, you catch them in their morning, your nighttime?
No, I mean, I like hang out with my girlfriend, but that too.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really consider Ireland Europe.
Why?
Because it's just like British America, you know? Like...
I feel like they wouldn't be very happy to hear you say that.
If I was... Hey, is anyone out there Irish right now?
Guaranteed someone out there is.
Would you rather be a
Right
part
now.
of... Would you rather be a part of Europe or North America?
Oh.
Be real with me.
Oh, I didn't know those were the options.
Because,
Alright.
like, Iceland, they're like 50-50. Even though they're very European and they eat, like, shark's fin and stuff like that, which, as North American, we go, well, you know, at least deep fry it first.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like, you know, we're half North American, half European. Maybe 60% European, 40% North American. Okay, they're all saying EU. Well, no, one person said North America, but their name is Brad from Canada, so I'm starting to doubt the... Hey, dude,
Your opinion might not be valid.
so many people are saying, fuck the U.S. Fuck the U.S. Look, I'm not saying whether I agree or disagree with you, but you're forgetting about all the other North American countries. Canada, Mexico, the Dominican Republic, Bermuda, which is still an independent territory controlled by the United Kingdom, Antigua, Cuba. Ooh, I want to take you. Nobody.
I think we've hit the headlines enough that people kind of just consume their entire idea of North America as us.
God damn it. All of space and time. Thank you for the subscription. I mean, Canada's pretty... I like being a part of North America. What do you think is a perk of being part of North America, Nick?
Depending on where you are, the weather can be nice.
Dope. I think we have the best time zones over here.
Aren't those sort of relative, though?
Yeah, but, like, I think because... I mean, this is... It sounds ignorant. I was gonna say, like, for, like, video games, at least, news and releases always come out on our time scale. Or, like, in our time zones. Because, like, all the major websites are in San Francisco or New York, and then, you know, the studios are in largely San Francisco or New
all
York.
in Vancouver.
There's
That's what I've noticed.
Well, we have all of the nation's greatest mobile developers over here.
Okay, true.
Don't forget about social developers as well, but... I also think that if your country is good at soccer, it's a great continent to be a part of because you're always going to make the World Cup. Like, if you're America and or Mexico, here's your ticket to the World Cup. Enjoy yourself.
Okay, I can't really speak to that. I'm trying to think of other perks that aren't soccer related. And not coming up with a lot.
In the United States of America, you can travel from one side of the country to another and experience, like, you know, 40 different cultures. You could experience tranquility as well. Although, probably not, actually.
Not lately. Maybe someday, again. Make America tranquil again.
Don't be mad because I called it soccer. We call it soccer here. That's another perk of being in North America.
Is that better?
I think so.
Soccer? I mean, it kind of doesn't matter to me.
Well, I mean, we already have a football. I'll be honest with you. It's the worst named sport of all time. We're not the first people to come up with this joke, but, like, it really doesn't make any sense why it's called football when they only touch it with their feet, like, at, you know, maybe, like...
once every so often.
Yeah, maybe 10 times throughout a game, but still.
But what is soccer, though?
Yeah, I mean, you're using your socks. I thought it was pretty self-explanatory. S-O-C-K-E-R, soccer.
Seems a bit tenuous to me.
You know, that's another thing about being in North America. Being North American means never having to say you're sorry.
That's not true.
That's a good point. I forgot that Canada's here.
Canada's in there.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear? Justin Trudeau today announced we're going to secede and form our own continent.
You know, good idea. Can I get in on that?
That depends. No. You can get in if you can guess the name of the new continent in 3 guesses.
Waterworld.
No, that's ridiculous. I'm gonna take 2 guesses off for that one.
That's not fair. Ooh, this run's being a little weird.
The answer was North America.
New North America.
Nope, that is I gave you the answer with 1 guess remaining.
New Canada.
No, we wouldn't call it. That's way too brazen and proud.
What are you, sorry you're Canadian?
Well, we're not sorry we're Canadian. We just don't want to, like, you know, advertise it for everybody. Unless we're in a, you know, major international city, in which case we'll sew the flag on our backpack because we think it gets us better treatment.
It does.
Do you think so?
Gets you laid, too. Yeah.
Wait, this is our... Nick.
Yeah?
This is our chance to ask Europeans about whether or not this is actually the case. If you... Here's what we hear in Canada all the time. It's like, if you're going to Europe, sew a Canadian flag on your backpack because they'll treat you nicer. Is that true? If you guys see someone with a Canadian... Or if you see a person speaking English, and then, you know, they have an American accent, do you treat them like shit, but then you see the Canadian flag on their backpack and you go, oh, actually, let me show you to my private villa.
I could see the subtle nuance in, like, social culturation changing as they go from someone who hears you speaking in English to someone who says A. And all of a sudden, the doors are unlocked. Anything's possible. Why did I just use a bomb for that?
I mean, a couple of people are saying yes. Oh, actually, yes. Yo, that's not fair, man. You can't judge a country, or you can't judge a citizen by the decisions of their country, alright? There's plenty of jerky Canadians, there's plenty of nice Americans. TRP Carrier, thank you for the subscription as well.
We subscribe to a kind of tribalism, though, and even though that's true on a granular level, I don't think people pay attention.
I mean, I guess so. It's probably true, like, in North America as well.
Yes, it is.
Like when
yeah, everybody's got teams all the time.
Like, if I know someone's American, then I treat them better because I don't want them to shoot me.
Because you fear death.
Yeah, exactly. And if someone's Canadian, I treat them worse because I'm like, you know, they could use it for once.
Dime a dozen. We got a lot of these over here.
You know, sometimes as a Canadian, you just want your country to be a little bit more hated. Just to know what it feels like. But everyone's always like, hey, the stupid Americans, you know, we're gonna wipe them off the face of the planet. What about Canada? You know, they're pretty cool. It's like, we could be badass too. We
have Rob Ford.
Well,
we had Rob Ford.
R.I.P. O.R.B.F.O.R.D. But we had fighter jets. We got some fighter jets, man.
You got a space program?
We do not. Well, we do have a space program. It blew my mind when you fuckers told me that they don't teach you about the Canadarm.
Yeah, they don't. They don't teach us about, like, even real history either. They've made up this alternate history that we teach all the elementary school kids to make them feel happy about America. But that's like a whole other conversation. That's probably a little politically charged.
C3M91, thank you as well. I'm gonna be honest, like, until, like, 36 minutes ago, I didn't know that there was a Spanish-American war.
Alright.
You guys had a war with Spain. What's up with that? Like in the semi-modern era, you had a war with Spain.
You had a war with America.
The nation of Paella and I'm trying to think of Xabi Alonso. You had a war with Spain over the Philippines. That doesn't even make sense. You had a war with another country over a different country. I need to trade.
You played EU4. That's kind of how that goes.
That's a good point. Yeah. Sometimes I forget. Like, the world has really only made sense for like 70 years.
If that even.
And sometimes even, like, everyone's like, man, 2016 is pretty messed up, but you know.
Yeah. I sometimes wonder if the world has even made sense ever.
Do you think people were saying that back in, like, 1939?
No.
They're like, oh, there goes that Hitler again. 1939 sure is a weird year. Hashtag singing telegram 1939. Am I right?
I was just thinking they're trying to put some food on the table mostly. Not so worried about, like, large esoteric problems.
Yeah, maybe.
We have the luxury of worrying about these things.
I guess so. I don't know. I'd love to get some newspapers from the era, and then like I don't know, have someone read them to me because who reads newspapers now? It's 2016.
Yeah,
Come
they're
on.
all written in ye olde English. Back in 1939.
Yeah, I know. It's like, can you guys just learn to speak modern day English? And be like, oh,
It's not asking very much.
we declared war on the Axis powers, YOLO. That's
Just freaking follow Merriam-Webster's Twitter account. You'll learn very quickly.
fuck, marry, kill. Merriam, Webster, HarperCollins.
Merriam-Webster.
I'm splitting
Harper-
Merriam and Webster in this situation.
I was wondering who Merriam represented specifically and who Webster represented.
It's Merriam, I think.
Merriam, sorry.
You don't have to
know how
answer that. Yeah, there's nowhere to go on that one.
Sorry.
We're gonna be trying out all sorts of early morning jokes here, at the late morning my time and the early afternoon Nick's time. Some of
And
them are
the-
gonna work.
Late evening time of Europe.
Yeah, how's it going, Europe? Like, how was your day? It's great to do a show and not have people be like, wow, why does this guy hate an entire continent? And instead, during the show, we'll just spout ignorant stereotypes about those continents, and it'll be a good time.
Yeah.
It's
Been
nice,
already.
people said. Europe is doing fine. That's like a nice change of pace for, us over here, I guess.
I like to hear that. I'm happy people are doing fine.
Me too. I think, this might be controversial, but I think, like, when world happiness goes up, that's, like, generally a good thing.
That's why, like, we have cats, right? Because you go, hey, cat, how's your day been? And he's like, yeah, perfect. Really couldn't ask for much more.
Yeah, agreed.
So we can just kind of, like, mitigate all our problems by talking to our cats.
But, I don't know, though. I kind of feel like that's a misrepresentation, because, like, my cats are always mad. Like, well, not mad, but, like, discontented. Like,
They don't understand how good they have it.
I
though,
think
is the
you're
problem.
probably right. Like, Ruka last night threw a fit because Tomo was on a chair. Wow.
Like,
Tomo has a... Oh, Trollaman, thank you for the subscription. Tomo was on a freaking chair, and there wasn't a second chair for Ruka. Now, Ruka sleeps on the bed, so he's already higher than the chair, closer to us, more comfortable. But he's like, yo, Tomo's got a chair. So, like, can you sort that shit out? Because it's, like, really... I thought we were in a fair and balanced society, but apparently not. That's the reason I ended up getting a little less sleep than I would have liked last night, dealing with this cat going like... "Argh."
It's kind of what I was talking about how we have the luxury of worrying about stupid shit.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
the cats have, like, an even more granular version of that.
Although, I feel like cats do have larger problems as well. Like, cats don't have to worry about anything, but they also don't get the ability to worry about anything, which is really bad. For example, hey, someone feeds me every day. But what if they don't?
Yeah, there are larger, more abstract problems that cats face that I hadn't really considered.
You're like, it's really awesome that I just wake up and there's food in my dish, but if, like, 3 days in a row go by where that magically does
Doesn't
not
happen.
happen, I
have
am...
no control.
Yeah, my
That's
paws
real
are
bad.
tied, man. I can't do anything.
There was actually an indie game about that, if you can believe it, and you
Oh,
probably
I can, yeah.
And I never wanted to play it because it was such a sad concept. You play as the kitten who finds out that its master has died in their bed of a drug overdose.
Oh, Jesus.
And you have to watch, like, as you die and your apartment festers.
Well, that sounds...
It's a really dark topic, isn't it?
It sounds depressing. Not invalid, but depressing.
But that's the cool thing about indie games, that you can, experience weird things like that you never would have thought you didn't want to experience.
Yeah, that's... I don't disagree, I suppose, in some ways. Explain the Canadarm to these suckers? Well, the Canadarm is a space mechanism, as we're all aware of. It is a device that connects to, like, a space shuttle, and then it's a large robotic arm you can use to manipulate things in the vacuum of space without having to do a spacewalk. So it's like a big old robot candy crane or something like that. It grabs pieces of, debris and materials, and then it connects. You know, you can manipulate them.
What?
It's like a big old robot arm. It's called the Canadarm.
Like, I caught parts of that. I was kind of fading in and out.
It's on the International Space Station now.
For space?
It's a you know, like, you're like, oh shit, I left my keys in space. What did that used to mean? Get the spacesuit on, you're going out there, George Clooney. What does it mean now? You just get on the controls, buddy, go grab your car keys with the Canadarm and drag them into the airlock, then you're good.
Is it on the International Space Station?
There's one on the International Space Station.
Oh, you got multiple arms?
Well, we don't have them. We gave them to the world because, you know, no one man should have all that power.
Do they have maple leaves on them?
Honestly, 100% they have a Canadian flag on them. But I'm pretty sure all your American spaceships got an American flag on. Don't even... These are mega projects that a society... You know, taxpayer dollars paid for them. They better have a Canadian fucking flag on them. They should have a P.K. Subban jersey on them, as far as I know. It was ridiculous. He was probably like 2 when the Canadarm was made.
Don't say there's anything wrong with it.
Alright, okay, just checking. We're cool then. Why would you have car keys in space? What if you had to drive to the store?
Yeah, space cars.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think hoverboards come from? They just take them off the bottom of the space cars, obviously.
Yo, it's not called a Canadarm, though. But, like, that's what we call it, and we made it. It's like a nickname. It's like, yeah, you know, my birth name is Bartholomew, but my parents call me Bort.
I don't know why, but Bort is such a great name.
It's an all-time classic, for sure. Nick, have you seen Zoolander 2?
Wow. No, I haven't.
I think that you've made a very smart decision. Have you seen Zoolander 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like ages ago.
Yeah,
but yeah, I have seen it.
L4 the Spider, thank you for the subscription. I saw it last night. I didn't mean to sound unenthusiastic about the subscription. It's just a carryover from Zoolander 2. Yeah. That movie is like, it's real bad.
I'm really sorry to hear that. I know a lot of people had a lot invested in that movie.
You know Fred Armisen?
No, can't say that I do.
Portlandia man. Used to be on SNL.
I'm aware of Portlandia. That's about as far as that link goes.
Could you recall the man's face who was on Portlandia?
No.
All right.
I'm aware of the name Portlandia.
Okay, Fred Armisen is an actor that used to be on SNL.
Okay.
In Zoolander 2, they CGI'd his adult face onto an 11-year-old child's body.
Oh, why'd they do that?
Named Vip. And he's just a dude. Nobody at any point in that movie does anybody say, "What's up with that old, you know, middle-aged man's face on that 11-year-old kid's body?" No one ever says that. They just go, "Whoa, that kid's kind of creepy." How about?
Wait, is it wrong that I found that sort of funny?
I mean, I feel like it's certainly it's certainly noteworthy. I would agree with that. And do you know Kristen Wiig?
Yes,
Kristen Wiig, the buster of ghosts and other things. Yeah. She plays a character that sounds exactly like Run for the Cube, the G-Li, B-Li, Pete Rat, Gumai Kanda. Yeah, to the point where I was almost like, somebody took the gimmick from the other person, because this is too ridiculous.
That's a very specific reference, also. So if you are gonna rip it off, you gotta be aware. You gotta modify that a bit.
Well, there's other YouTubers in it, and by YouTubers I mean Kyle, who was also on Hello Ladies, and I don't know, he might have been on Jimmy Kimmel or something. He was on one of those shows.
Gaming. He speedruns Madrina's Mask.
Exactly. Yeah, he speedruns Madrina's Mask.
Madrina's boys.
Is the NLSS earlier than usual? No, it's precisely.
That's on you if you don't know what time it is.
Yep, you gotta change every single clock in your domicile, in your country, honestly, to fix it. Who's Kyle? You know, youtube.com/Kyle/GhostBill.
He sneaks in every now and then.
Look, I'm not going to talk about Austin Matthews on the show, as ridiculous as it is that this young man is going to be the savior for Canadian hockey, even though he's American. It's an incredible performance, but...
Is that even legal in Canada?
We're mostly country agnostic, except when it comes to hockey. But honestly, in hockey... We're like Team Iceland from the Mighty Ducks 2 right now, so we deserve to take a loss at some point. because we've won too much, because we fielded the greatest team in international hockey history. So it's almost like, yeah, we got too many golds. Like, it'd be nice to add like a bronze to our collection at some point.
And you think it's giving back to the community for the greater enrichment of the sport in general.
Yeah, like, it would be good if, like, you know, a team that's not an international hockey power, like the United States of America, our closest neighbor but also rival, it'd be good if they could win, and, like, you know, I really think that's a country that could use some more advantages in the athletics department, personally, because it's not like they win 200,000 gold medals every time they have the Olympics.
Well, yeah, I mean, our egos aren't very, you know, bolstered lately. Might as well use a little more.
Colonel Foxbud, thank you for the subscription. Talk to me when one of your teams makes the NHL playoffs. It's the dumbest argument of all time. Like, 40% of the league is Canadian players. You're like, yeah, my team composed of 40% of Canadian players is based in Florida. Go American hockey. You know, it's you gotta respect the argument and the sanctity thereof. We just won the World Cup. We didn't even drop a single game. We beat every country in the world, including the continent of Europe. All stacked together in a single team twice in a row. There's no chip on our shoulder about hockey. We're crushing it right now.
I thought you just said you weren't.
Well, no, Canada's crushing it.
Oh.
Canadian NHL teams are not crushing it. NL, what level are you in Tuber Simulator? Nick, what level are you in Tuber Simulator?
-6.
-6? Dude, you gotta put your credit card number in.
Yeah, I've been holding off. They didn't store my payment information. I really didn't want to go get my wallet.
I actually haven't played it, but I've heard good things. And by good things, I mean I've seen YouTubers on Twitter playing it.
I gotta be honest, I actually don't think I even know what Tuber Simulator
Tuber Simulator is the game that the PewDiePie published.
Oh, I thought it was a potato thing.
What?
Tubers?
Nick.
What?
That's absurd.
I thought it was a potato thing.
I thought it was a potato thing.
I did.
It's not a potato thing, it's a YouTuber thing. We're tubers now.
I thought we were influencers.
No, only when you cross
creators.
1 million subscribers, you become an influencer. Until then,
before that, new media.
No, new media's 50 to 100,000, and then tuber is 100,000 to 1 million.
Well, I'm still new media then.
Oh, well, congratulations.
You enjoy your new ruby plaque or whatever you get in 6 months.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Has anybody else played it? Is it a game for YouTubers, or is it just that the only people I follow on Twitter are YouTubers, so that's all I see? But I'm like...
Probably that one.
Dude, I can't imagine... Like, let's be honest. As Nick and I always say, our job provides literally zero benefit to society.
I don't know if that's entirely true.
I mean, I'm going to say that it is. Basically, we're a drain on the collective consciousness, in my opinion. Natch Diddlyacho, thank you for the subscription, by the way. I can't imagine, like, wanting to like, do this whole YouTube thing, and then also be like, alright, I'm done with my work for the day. Now I'm gonna, like, fake produce videos and then, like, decorate my bedroom. And that's not a knock on the game, it's just maybe I'm missing the gameplay loop.
It's like you get all the work of being a YouTuber without the making the money part.
You think so?
Right? I mean, I don't know. I thought it was a potato thing until just a minute ago.
It's always talking about this potato thing.
I just wanted to know.
I only eat a single potato at a time, so...
I've heard that.
I don't know what I'd do with 15 hours a week if you guys disappeared. You'd probably be like, for like 2 weeks, you'd be like, I'm bored, and then you'd be like, I'm gonna learn a new skill. And then 2 years from now, you'd be like, thank God I stopped wasting my time, because now I'm the world's greatest surgeon.
My family really respects me a lot more now.
Yeah, they'd be like, you got your life together, and you know, got your PhD in being Neil deGrasse Tyson. Congratulations.
We're the literal linchpin holding your life from becoming better.
It's probably true. You know how on the television program Intervention, they're always like, you know, this person's an enabler.
That's us.
We're your enablers. But in, like, a good way. Thanks for the support. Really appreciate it.
We're the video game enablers. We enable you to not play video games and watch us do it instead.
Exactly. I'd earn, like, 2 more Overwatch levels a week. That's possibly true. Follow your dreams.
Follow Madrinas.
Follow Madrinas on Twitter as well.
They're still not paying me, by the way. I'm just being stupid about
People
it.
are like, you know, for me, they're like, you know, okay, they're not paying you, but they send you free coffee. It's like, they sent me free coffee once, and then, like, 2 weeks ago, they sent me a DM, and they're like, hey, you know, let us know when we can send you more coffee. And I just didn't respond because I'm a bad human being who, like, is lazy about communications. It's like,
Yeah, me too.
if this is a sponsorship, at least in its present state, it's not really like I'm taking advantage of it. It's like I have a lifetime supply of coffee, but I'm like, you know what, you guys, just give it to someone in need right now. Send my coffee to, you know, like a freshman year university dorm at like Georgia Tech University or something. Donate my coffee to the engineering wing of Phillips Hall at Georgetown.
I'm fine drinking the coffee if you want to send me yours.
I don't consent to that. Nick's
Okay.
got his own line on free coffee.
That's true.
Give
They have
this...
sent me 3 boxes now, and I do appreciate it very
You're
much.
on box number 3? Good God, man.
Hey, it's real good.
That's 3 boxes of
Like-
coffee.
Yeah.
I would like mine to be sent to the bus depot for whoever drives the 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift on the local municipal bus line in your city. Send it there, please.
It's like a lot of work for them to figure that out.
Yeah. They're gonna send it to me anyway. People are like, why don't you get it and then send it to people? Because that's, you know, hey, it's so generous of me to give myself more work for no reason. I want all the credit, but I don't want to actually have to put in the effort myself, if possible.
Alright.
Ooh, Guppy Dreams. No. How's your run going, by the way, Nick?
It was very dire for a little bit, and then I got Ipecac and Death's Touch, and now I'm, like, pretty much fine.
Death's Touch. Where did this guy get Death's Touch at?
Re-rolled a Devil Deal.
Which devil deal?
It was a little ballsy, because it was the one with Guppy's collar. It was like,
okay.
I don't need this shit today, and I got Death's Touch instead.
Okay. I took Guppy's collar, so that makes sense. Wouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth like that. Give it out to
Maybe
trick-or-treaters. We don't get trick-or-treaters. We live in an apartment building.
Do you even have Halloween in Canada?
We have Halloween, yeah. I don't
You
like...
have, like, weird Thanksgiving, and you have Halloween. I don't know what you're doing over there.
I find it weird that, like, you guys have Columbus Day, which is, like, our Thanksgiving.
I don't...
And then,
love
like, a month
Columbus Day.
later, you're like, let's have a holiday that celebrates the unity of our people. But then, like, a month before, you're like, remember when this guy came over to America?
That's the dichotomy of America's education system right there.
I'm not
That
even
we can go from one side to the other.
I'm not even trying to be political about it, but you're like, it just weirds me out that there's like, it's like you had anti-Christmas on November 25th, and then 1 month later you were like, let's celebrate Christmas too.
Yeah, I don't really get it either. There's the whitewashed version of our history, and then there's the actual history, and it's like we've got to acknowledge both.
All right, Howard's in. Columbus Day shouldn't be a holiday anymore, honestly. I don't know. Like, possibly. You gotta think, like, at some point, like, maybe once every 5 years, there should be, like, a holiday audit. Because otherwise, there's always gonna be new holidays being added, which is dope, but it does get a little ridiculous. That's how you, oh, today's Arbor Day, today's, you know, World Taco Day, everybody takes 6 weeks off from work, right? Like, at some point, you gotta start auditing these holidays. That's my opinion.
They have been adding them at an unsustainable rate lately.
In my
There's
lifetime,
like
we've
5
had one.
different cat days now.
Yeah. And I kind of
And I
think
love cats.
this is like a social media, like social media is enabling this, where it's like, today's International Cheeseburger Day. We don't need an International Cheeseburger Day. It's actually like a day that makes no sense. And it's like, it's not like I don't respect the cheeseburger. It's more like I respect it enough to think that it doesn't need its own day.
Yeah. I respect it consistently throughout the year. My respect doesn't wane at any point.
Like, every day has the potential to be International Cheeseburger Day for me.
Any day you're feeling it, yeah. And wouldn't that really be the ultimate way to show respect to the cheeseburger, is to hold it mutually high with all other foods at any point that you could eat?
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. It's like...
You're talking about Taco Tuesdays and how they're a blessing in disguise, and, like, I don't know. I feel like Taco Tuesdays are great.
I agree.
Why would anyone detract from this? They're tacos.
Yeah, no, like I was saying in that Isaac episode, I had that discussion with Kate. She's like, Taco Tuesday is like the saddest thing of all time. You're closing yourself off from new experiences. I was like, no, you're not. 6 days a week, new experiences. 1 day a week, delicious tacos. It's a wonderful compromise.
Unless the other 6 days also become Taco Tuesday.
Which I'm still kind of like, you know what? I've tried some weird foods. I've lived on this earth for, 27 years, almost 28 years.
It's time to give it up.
I'm not saying it's time to give it up, but, like, if I have to pick one food for the rest of my life, tacos will probably be up there. Like, if someone came down and was like, you can either have, tacos or, like, sandwiches every day for the rest of your life. That's the only food you can eat. I'd be like, give me tacos, no hesitation.
I feel like we've had this discussion before, and it might have been different.
Probably, like, dozens of times.
Yeah.
I mean, tastes constantly evolve. I've really become a taco fan probably within the last couple of years. I've reached, peak taco.
Become a taco van.
That would be pretty sweet.
Give out tacos out of a van.
Mithrarin Taffy. Is that Bear Taffy's Norwegian cousin? Thank you for the subscription.
Very Norwegian signs.
I prefer burritos to tacos. I agree, but I ain't making burritos in the comfort of my own home because you gotta, like... The tortilla integrity is a whole sub-level of bread integrity that I can't relate to. If you go to San Francisco...
There's years of cultural development around it, too.
Yeah, they, like, steam... corn tortillas, in my opinion, taste better. But for a burrito, you've got to use a flour tortilla because, it stretches. So you steam it, and then you stretch it, and then they've got the whole roll game going on. I mean, we've got, like, pretty shit-ass Mexican food in Canada. I've had some Canadian burritos. They tear. Then you go to, America. You guys crush it in the burrito game.
We're the cultural melting pot the world's always needed, which is why we want to apparently stop doing that.
America doesn't get enough respect for the way that it integrates food from other cultures and, like, does it very well, in my opinion. Everyone's
well, it's not
always...
that America integrates the food. The cultures are just here making their food.
I guess so, but I give you guys credit for that and that alone. Like... I always feel whenever people on the internet make fun of America, they're like, oh, cheeseburgers, Pepsi, ha ha ha, But, like, America's like a genuine food mecca. It's such a food mecca that it can have shit like diners, drive-ins, and dives, but then also still be, like, a culinary capital of planet Earth.
Yeah, I guess there really are kind of two worlds existing there.
America is it's a land of divergent identities, man.
It really is. There's probably a really great paper to be written about that.
Yeah, I'd never read it. What am I, a professor or something?
It could be.
At Georgetown University?
Oh, maybe Phoenix.
I don't know where Georgetown. Where's Georgetown, Nick?
I don't know. Sounds like Massachusetts.
I got another question for you.
Yeah.
I was watching, glued to the debates, as many people were this weekend. Why is Washington University in St. Louis? You have a city called Washington, D.C. You have a state called Washington.
Oh, I know.
Where's Washington University? St. Louis, Missouri. Naturally.
You're free to call things whatever you want, apparently, and there's no rhyme or reason governing them all.
Like, I get that there's a George Washington, and, like, that's extremely relevant to national history.
Oh. Georgetown is in Washington, D.C.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's the oldest
Why don't you
Catholic
move
and
Georgetown?
Jesuit institution.
Just move Georgetown to St. Louis and move Washington University to Washington, D.C. Guess who
I'm not in
Georgetown
control
was?
of it, unfortunately, or I would.
Guess who Georgetown was named after? Oh, god damn it.
Not George Washington, I'm supposing.
No, I think it is George Washington.
Oh.
NL's Meme Machine and Passive Panda, thank you as well. Where's Washington Mutual based? That one's Washington State, I think. I'll accept it. You know what? I don't want to be in this room. Why not just rename them instead of move them? Okay, you know...
Same thing.
That's just a straight shooter who's got middle management written all over him. Anyway, so this has been a long treatise about, you know, the validity of America.
And our verdict was?
I mean, I mostly like the U.S., to be honest with you. And I poke fun, but here's the problem, is that it's like you're really close friends with somebody, but everybody knows there's like an elephant in the room. Is like, he's got like a real anger problem. So, you know, when you make fun of Canada, you go like, hey, you syrup eaters, and you go, oh, that's ignorant, you know? And when you make fun of America, you're like, you guys have a lot of gun-related homicides, and you're kind of like, is that too real to be banter? I think so.
Yeah, and also it's not exactly a fair exchange when you're like, hey, syrup eaters. It's like, all right, that's pretty whimsical and silly.
Yeah, you're like, that's could be worse, right?
And
then you're like, you know, hey, Canada, how's the ice hockey, eh? And then we're like, 40% of your country hates the other 60%. And then you're like, yeah, that's just makes me like a little sad. It's like one of your friends being like, hey, nice hat, you dork. And then you're like, you know, nice mustache. But actually their mustache looks like shit.
Or it's like your drunk alcoholic friend.
Yeah, that's it.
You're the alcoholic when you've had one beer.
Yeah, you may slow down. Save some beer for the rest of us. And you'd be like, your liver is the size of, you know, my face. Yeah. And then you'd be like, ooh, that's too real.
You probably aren't going to be alive in a year. Like, that's not right.
So, yeah, it's a problem, man. But, you know, hopefully I live long enough to see Canada, you know, have its own problems on that level. Because instead, we're treated like a diminutive, like, little brother sort of situations. I'm not saying, like, I'd be excited, but, you know, all things in time.
That's how apologetic that Canada is, that you want to have Canada get worse so you can sympathize with America?
Just feels right, you know? Why should you guys have to take all the flack?
Why don't you sympathize with us by us getting better?
I don't know.
And then we can all be on the same table.
We've tried that, and
yeah.
It hasn't worked out yet. I'm not saying I hope for a national tragedy. I'm just saying I hope for a change to our national identity, you know? Alcohol makes the liver smaller? I don't think that's true.
Doesn't it, like, build up scar tissue or something?
Yeah.
Which makes it expand?
That's the way I thought. I thought it contributed to a swollen liver.
And it also changes texture, so it gets, like, hard and brittle instead of being organic and...
Dude, muscles and organs are so stupid. It's like, hey, work out, make your biceps bigger. Ooh, but, you know, you did too much cocaine, now your heart's 3 times the size of a normal person's. That sounds awesome! I'm not saying you should do cocaine, because clearly it's medically inadvisable. I'm just saying, like, if someone was like, hey, your biceps are 3 times the average, I'd be like, I must be in great shape. Oh, but your heart's 3 times the average. Well, turns out, you know, that's bad. Like, make up your mind, organs and muscles.
It does seem that's a bit odd. Like, you should be able to pump iron like nobody's business if you're on coke.
I mean, if you saw, like, if it applied to other muscles the same way it applies to, like, you know, your deltoids or something, you'd be like, this guy's heart is 3 times the size of an average heart. He
also
must be able to...
about what that did for the Grinch. Everybody loved him for that.
That's a good point. The Grinch...
He was just doing coke.
Well, his heart was 3 sizes too small. Which I guess means he was extremely...
It grew to be 3 times larger, didn't it?
That's a good point, yeah.
Or was it just the regular size of a heart?
Well, I think it grew... I thought it grew to the size of a regular person's heart.
Alright, disregard.
Loose cannon sandwich, thank you as well.
The Grinch didn't do coke, turns out.
He might have, though.
I mean, he might have. We don't know.
Dr. Seuss, not Canadian. Not a Canadian man.
What is he?
My guess is Dr. Seuss is American.
Weird.
I mean, you guys have more famous people than we do. The only reason it
Have
seems...
more people than you do.
Exactly. But the only reason it seems like we have more is because when you're Canadian, you know who all the Canadians are. And when you're American, you just assume that a white person speaking unaccented English is American, which is usually true.
What's more important in this case, having more people per capita or just having more people?
I don't buy, like,
isn't that a testament to the greatness of your society if you have a larger amount of famous people per capita?
That argument always comes up in the Olympics, though, and I find it, like, I don't like it. Because they go, like, okay, America won, you know, 200 medals, and Djibouti won one bronze medal, but Djibouti has 1/300th the population. Like, they take the numbers to the...
it breaks down.
Yeah, the numbers get taken to the point of absurdity. It's like, where even if they won every medal in the Olympic Games, like, there's no way. They'd be like, you know, Antigua wins! They have one medal for every 10,000 citizens because they got one bronze in men's keirin or something like that, you know?
Well, to take it to the ultimate way, like, if it was a person by themselves that declared themselves their own country and participated in the Olympics and got a gold medal, they would have the highest ratio in the world of successful Olympians. And that doesn't really help anyone's cause.
Stop saying Antigua like that. How do you say
it?
Is it Antigua? Did I just say exactly the same thing?
Maybe it is.
Antigua? Antigua?
I thought it was, yeah, Antigua sounds more right, but I didn't really think about it. I have not watched Luke Cage, no, chat.
Luke Cage.
I didn't know this was such a thing. All of a sudden, everyone's asking me about it.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, I haven't seen it either, but it's a new Marvel property that is also a Netflix original. It's at, like, the perfect epicenter of, like, our demographics' preferred entertainment choice. Which is silly.
For, like, more Stranger Things and Game of Thrones. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it.
It really, like, if I had to choose what our demographic should be watching, I'm just gonna throw out on a limb and say the 2008 to 2016 long-running procedural CBS legal and family drama known as The Good Wife. But
I vote you just watch that last presidential debate over and over and over until your eyes bleed.
Are you saying that Hillary Clinton is an Alicia Florrick? Because I know Alicia Florrick. And you, ma'am, you're no Alicia Florrick.
That's up for you to decide.
I'm like pretty for TV for the most part. Like, in like a television golden age. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you and I have the same perspective on this, but when I was a kid, up until probably, like, Arrested Development being on, TV was just, like, where bad movie directors go to make shit that, like, Hollywood's pushed them out. And they're like, all right, I guess I'll go make, you know, the 18th Law and Order spinoff.
Yeah. No, I pretty much agree with you.
We had, like, Golden Era Simpsons, but...
The Sopranos, maybe?
Yeah.
Was, like, one of the first that really started to turn that around.
Yeah, legitimized it for sure. And now it's, like, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's gotten better and better. For me, it was largely like where you go to watch The Price is Right at 11 in the morning when you missed school, right? Like, it was stuff like that. It was cartoons. It wasn't anything substantial. But now we got Breaking Bad, and we've got all these other great properties. So yeah, it's definitely gotten better.
It actually is, like, it's really good.
Oh yeah, Oz. That's true as well.
Oz,
I didn't really watch Oz, but I was aware of it being good.
And the wizard thereof.
Yeah.
How's your run going?
Oh, I just won.
Oh, dope. Do you want to run some ads and then play some Spy Party?
Yeah, if you're down for it. Sure.
I was actually going to say, do you want to run some home improvements? But sure, we're going to run some ads, and we'll be back to play Spy Party in 3 minutes. See you soon.
See you soon. Weird banter today.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't think my topic filter is quite kicked in yet.
Do you want to just do a stream of us doing gaming talk shows where we read all of the leaked emails from WikiLeaks?
Yeah, I'd love to. You say that like I wouldn't immediately agree to it.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
You propose it.
But it would be funny.
I think it would be hilarious if we did a shitty news show where we just read some headlines and riff on them for a while. Although I kind of know where that would go ultimately, and maybe that wouldn't be for the best for either of us.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that in theory it seems like a good idea, and in practice maybe not so much.
The way I think of it is like, Weekend Update. Everyone thinks it sucks, and the people doing that are like talented writers and comedians,
Right.
and then like we have no talent whatsoever. So, old lady held up a grocery store at gunpoint because they wouldn't accept her coupon. That's stupid. What a dumb lady. All right, next story. Like where we'd run out of momentum, I guess.
I'm just setting up the game here. Oh, I've been invited. How nice.
You don't have to accept it yet. And the other thing is, like, the show doesn't have to be political, because I really feel like it's only this year that it has to be political. Like, we're at peak politics right now,
Yeah.
and then in like 3 months, we're all just watching people play video games again. Right now, it's like, oh, you're everything wrong with society. Oh, put her in jail. Grab people by the pussy. But then in like 3 months, we all have to like get along.
It's just the level of banter, like the level of what's the word for it? Just the crazy hyperbole of this particular political cycle is just so easy to just put away in its own area.
Yeah.
I feel like most people can't relate to what's going on in the darkest depths of this.
I also
it seems
don't
like
know.
ubiquitous comedy material is what I mean.
Like, if you're not living in North America, you might not understand that we are submerged in like political commentary right now. I know that like probably overseas you're getting a lot of it. We exist in this every day. It's like we wake up and take a deep breath of politics. And
you wake up in the morning, you open your eyes, you go, sigh, here we go again.
And then in like 6 weeks, it's going to be fine. Probably.
I certainly hope so.
Or there'll be like a civil war. But like after the civil war, it'll be fine. And then in like 6 years, we'll look back at it and be like, man, that was crazy. Remember that time Bobby
really
Boucher
is.
showed up at halftime? And we open our eyes and go, scry. All right. I'm going to go get a coffee, and I'll be back in 30 seconds here.
Sounds good. And I'm going to take this moment to thank Baron Klaus von Snarfluget for the $5 tip. It says, hey, Nick, would you rather be a boy made out of shit or a shit made out of a boy? I don't know. That's weird. Neither? I don't think I have that option, but neither. Squeeg, thank you for the 5 months resubscription, says Lion Elmo Face. Jalalapino? Halalalapino? I don't know how to say that. 123, thank you for the subscription. Jack Drakeham, thank you for the subscription. Zandam, I like how those just go into each other. Thank you for the 10 months. Squiver, thank you for the baby time. It says, Nick, did you know today is Treat Yourself Day? I didn't know that. Every day is a day. Alfonsi and Captain Fabuinus, thank you for the subscriptions. Lieutenant Atan Shabashi, thank you for the subscription as well.
All right.
Like a lot of really difficult to read names today. Either that or I'm not all here yet.
NL, Casey Neistat told me you have to tell me your political beliefs. What did Casey Neistat say?
Who's that?
He's a YouTuber. He makes videos of himself getting into skateboard crashes.
Oh.
That's my understanding, at least. All right, it's been a while here. I'm going to take beginner ballroom. Sure. It's new beginner ballroom, by the way.
Cool. I think we've done that before, haven't we?
I don't know if this map's ever had the new art.
Looks good.
He said he's voting for Hillary. I mean, He's a voter. He's an American. He's got more right to vote than I do. Last time I checked, anyway.
I had this fucking weird dream last night that I was hanging out with Ethan and Hila. And we were, like, hanging around in California, and we met this guy that sold cell phones that were able to give you a digital tattoo of any image you wanted.
Okay.
And apparently it hurt like shit, but, like, you had a sweet-ass tattoo that you could turn off whenever you wanted.
All right. It's pretty dope,
Like,
I suppose.
what the fuck is my brain doing? Where did all those things come together?
Yeah, dreams are pretty wild.
I would probably try a digital tattoo, though, if it was really a thing.
You think you'd ever get a tattoo, Nick?
I don't plan to, but I figure if there's something that really stands out in my life, maybe I will.
Yeah, that seems fair.
It's like the third time I've mentioned dreaming about H3. Yeah, that's weird.
I'm not kidding you. Tomorrow is Be Bald and Be Free Day. Finally. My people have been put down too much. Brian OTI and Delete Master, thank you for the subscription as well. Like, Nick, did you know there has never been a bald American president?
I didn't know that, actually, no.
There has never been a bald Canadian Prime Minister. There has never been a bald Teen Choice Awards winner.
I mean, there's nothing stopping them, right? It's just a coincidence.
Are you saying that we live in a meritocracy where bald people are not unfairly discriminated because of the texture of their scalps?
I don't know. Like, is there bald discrimination? Excuse me.
Nah, I'm just joking.
Oh, okay.
Also, yeah, that's true. Eisenhower was bald.
I mean, you might not even know if there was a bald American president. You just wear a wig.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know.
The U.S. has had more than 5 bald presidents, but Americans haven't voted one into office in 51 years. Wow. So much for tolerance. 5 out of 44. By the way, why does it say Americans have elected more than 5 bald presidents? That doesn't seem like a Wikipedia-esque statement. Shouldn't it just say 6?
Thank you, all of Space and Time, for the subscription. I think people are really thrown off by the time being shifted back a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
There's like way less people watching right now for me.
I mean, it is like we're like, hey, you know, Monday Night Football's on at 7 p.m. And then the day before Monday Night Football, we're like, actually, it's on at 1. So it's fair enough. I don't know about that. It looks suspicious. That also looks suspicious to me. This guy is... That's not where you stand if you're a rational human being.
Shoot him.
I think I may. I think I might shoot the target I have in my sights. How you feeling about that prompt there, buddy? Picking up the He-Man statue? Ooh, you gotta swap, though, not just inspect. You gotta swap.
Could be anyone.
It could be anyone.
It's so weird that security agent Matt Damon still hasn't gotten a skin update.
Yeah, I hope they never change that.
Change the waiter, but leave Matt Damon alone.
Nick, you have to tell me if I guess your character right. Are you playing lady who definitely lost her virginity at a Motley Crue concert?
Yes, shoot her immediately.
I
I might be lying.
I'm thinking about it. Jesus Christ, those leopard sleeves. That was, what the, not you, too. QE, the number 2. I don't know, man. Nobody goes and looks at the freaking paintings.
Too obvious at the end there, huh?
You completed the objectives, though.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I had to go, like, I didn't have any commentary there because I was running the flowchart in my head. I was like, okay, if it hits the 0 seconds, I'm going to run towards the guy who just, like, beeline towards the ambassador over and over.
Fair enough. You notice there was actually 2 of my character for some reason?
There's a twin.
Oh, I thought they were twins, but they wore slightly different clothes. Oh, good game.
Good game indeed. That was
I panic a little bit when it comes down to the last moment and I don't have it.
Oh, that was a tough one. Like,
That wasn't that bad.
I had
stood a
no
little too long
idea.
at the beginning.
It was really only at the end that I got it. Prior to that moment, I did not have a. I didn't have a beat on you at all. I mean, you say it's always Morgan Freeman, but it was not Morgan Freeman that time. You have the baddest mofos in your crew. Julius Caesar, Winston Churchill, Shakespeare, they were all baldies. Were they, though? Shakespeare's good. He's like half bald. He's got those weird little curls coming out of the side, right?
Yeah, he let him roll really big.
And Winston Churchill, I mean, I guess. I don't really, like, idolize Winston Churchill, though. Like, I respect him. But at the same time, people are always like, check out this sweet Winston Churchill zinger. And I'm like, it seems like maybe.
Banana bread.
You know, like that lady was like, Winston Churchill, you're too drunk. And he's like, yeah, well, at least you're ugly, but at least I'll be sober in the morning. And it's like, dude, that's not called for. She just called you out on your destructive habits, and you called her ugly for looking out for you.
It's just being a dick.
Banana bread.
That does make you, like, an extreme asshole.
Snarky dick.
It's just like a better version of, like, maybe you should mind your own fucking business. Good game for watching them both at once. I agree. There's cangar.net/live/Northernlion/Rockily Watch us both simultaneously. He's also the only... I actually call extreme bullshit on that.
Why?
I nailed the prompt. There was no tell.
I saw the tell.
There was no tell!
You touched your pocket.
They always touch their pocket when they go to the bookshelf.
It looked conspicuous. You don't do that and then turn a page.
Tired
I got it anyway.
Thank you for the subscription.
If that was a coincidence, that's pretty silly.
Chris Hecker, we gotta eliminate these false positives, man.
Yeah, that's funny. Like, if you had to know extra to know you weren't having a problem there. I love beginner ballroom. I think it's my favorite level.
Yeah, I like it.
Feels the most balanced.
I think it's too easy for Sniper.
Oh, maybe.
It's very suspicious. Nobody takes a drink and then goes to look at a statue. Come on.
I don't know what these people are doing looking at the statues in the first place. Like, do you really need to inspect them on that level?
It's like, I've also never been to a party where, like, that was relevant. You ever go to a party? Oh, I love that guy. He throws the best parties. He's got all the best statues.
Yeah, I go there to read his books. Bug his ambassador.
Z Toast. Thank you for the subscription. Better hope none of these fuckers touch their pockets. That's all I'm gonna say.
This is gonna sound really dumb, but what button do you hit to do the prompts again? Because it seemed like I'm not hitting them at all.
Whichever button you hit to initiate the prompt.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a few months since I played this.
So if you like right click, then
Yeah,
you
you
right
hit
click.
right-click.
Banana bread.
Ooh, a banana bread. Interesting. He said banana bread, the absolute madman. Nick, does your character own more than 2 Women in Song CDs?
At least, yeah.
I gotcha. I don't know why I'm looking at that guy. There's no chance it's that guy.
Oh, did you see him run over?
Ooh!
Yeah, you got me.
Nailed it.
I think you had me right from the beginning, right? You saw the book?
No, I did not actually. Just got
I thought
lucky.
maybe
Got
you
a
were just
little over the shoulder angle on the statue changing. So then I
I
wagered
actually nailed
on
that prompt too, so that was kind of funny.
Oh, that is weird. False positives.
Yeah.
All right, let's mix it up. This is too sniper focused. We're not gonna go to old ballroom. I kind of feel like pub is a little too spy focused, but I also do like new art. It's a delightful pub with a friendly bartender.
There's about to be a murder.
Pub, let's go. Okay. What about let's complete 4 known missions. There goes Bear going into his virtual reality world again.
Bear loves virtual reality.
He's always in virtual reality.
I love how much he loves it. It makes me happy for him.
Like 2 hours of VR daily. Almost as much time as he spends in Meat Space.
Out of the whole group of us, I think he spends the most time in VR by a good degree.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Can't help but notice the lack of baldies in this game. You know what? You raise an interesting point of which I had not ever considered. Maybe the man with the cowboy hat is bald. Cowboy hat equals high testosterone equals greater chance of male pattern baldness.
Yeah, actually, he looks like he might be bald. That guy's got a lot of sperm going on in him.
You can tell. You can just tell. Is the bartender an
Neil
android?
deGrasse Tyson? Yeah, he is.
He's not an android. He's friendly.
And say androids can't be friendly. They're just full of milk.
He does kind of look like Bishop.
He looks like he play a mean knife game too.
Surreal Lemming. I agree. That is some good shit right there. Right there. Thank you very much for the resubscription. There was actually a somewhat bald character. There was a somewhat bald character announced at PAX.
Gotcha.
I've learned the player for Nick is just don't take statues. Or
I know statues and I know books.
even better, I keep throwing you a bone putting statues in there. Next time, 4 of 5 known missions, and then don't do statues. Watch that.
I'll tell you what, though, if you do the thing where you get the prompt and then the next person swaps it, you've guaranteed a death for them.
That's true, but that distills the game down to a level that I'm not that happy with, which is hit this quick time event to win.
Yes. Yeah, that is very simple then. What's the point of this game? It's an asymmetrical multiplayer game.
Correct.
Wait, that actually fits this time. Where one of us plays the spy, the other plays the sniper. The spy has to accomplish a group of objectives and try to blend in with the NPCs in a way that the sniper can't tell who it is. Hey, thank you so much, J-Man VI for the 7 months in a row, Surreal Lemming for the 15, and JOC 1911 for the subscription.
Banana bread.
Whoa. That is surprising. Oh, I guess you can't lowlight that person.
What do you think about that?
The banana bread took me by surprise. That's very suspicious.
I agree.
Yeah, okay. General could be bald? Yo, that's just ridiculous. He's got hair on the back of his head. Please shoot the security agent. His eyes haunt me. Yeah, but what about his brother, the bartender, is going to be real sad. That didn't feel good. Alright, got a good line of sight. Do you think it's commentary on the militarization of society that you shoot the spy instead of arresting them? I mean, you know, I believe in the value of due process, but perhaps sometimes governments need to do extrajudicial things in the interest of national security. All right.
Now, why did he do 2 banana breads? That's the real question.
Why did you do 2 banana breads?
That's what I want to know.
Why'd you do 2 banana breads?
Oh, see, the first time he was walking away, so it didn't count.
I see. Fist of Cain subscribes and says, NL isn't a hypocrite for jaywalking. He'd be a hypocrite if he claimed a car should have hit someone else if he were to get in an accident. There you go. Confirmed. Alright, let's make, I don't know, like, complete 5 of 7. 5 of 7. That seems reasonable. That's not 5 yet. Well, give me a sec. Wait, that's only 4. That's only 4. Okay. OOJJ22, thank you as well. And Asver Jones.
Alright, good statues. You'd be wise not to tamper with them.
Banana bread.
There is no concept of jaywalking in the EU. We do whatever we want. Don't they teach you in the Netherlands that, like, don't step on the red sidewalk or you'll get hit by a bicycle? You know, red means dead or something like that. But not in, like, the, the red scare sort of way.
The physics of being hit by a bicycle sound terrifying.
I mean, it would be painful, I assume.
For both parties, honestly, but, like, you've got an aluminum or metal frame of some kind, and a big old rubber tire with some studs, and a whole human being flying at you. That's, like, a lot to take in all at once. And a lot of bad angles and, like, metal.
Come visit my Netherlands?
I think I know what they're doing there. I think that's a reference to their genitalia.
No.
It's a bit crude, but I think some people
You think
that
someone would
stuff's
do
funny.
that? Talk about their genitals on the
I
internet?
think they're trying to rustle up your jimmies is mostly, like, what I think they're doing. Alright.
I'm getting fucking deked, bud. Getting deked like Pat Verbeek. There's actually a law where you have to jaywalk in Europe.
Or what?
They'll probably give you free healthcare if you don't.
you get free health care for breaking the law. Nothing you can do. Well, you're doing a good job, because I'm not really onto anybody yet.
Yeah, but you don't know. I might have, like, not produced any results yet.
Thank you to OG Burner for the $5 tip. Says, hi guys, I like this early NLSS timing so I don't have to spend half the night, or the half night, and can sleep like a normal person. By the way, without Avril and Kruger, nobody would even know that Canada's a real land with real people, not like Oz.
You talking about Avril and Chad Kroger? From Nickelback?
It says Avril and Kruger.
I don't even know what that means. Avril and Kruger?
I assumed Freddy Krueger, but I didn't really get the correlation. Alright, you're clear.
Avril and Kruger.
Is that normal? Not familiar with that animation.
Know your limit, stay within it.
I feel like you're gonna run out of time.
Well, that's just ridiculous. A spy is never late. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
I wonder if you're Gomez.
I thought I only had 4 things to do.
Oh. Dang. Yeah, I didn't see you at all, actually.
Instead, I had 5 things to do.
Does she look a little like Melissa Etheridge?
I don't know. Sometimes I think you see what you want to see.
Maybe.
But, I mean, I take that as a win for the spy, right? Like,
Yeah, it's like a neutral win.
They did not die, and I accomplished 4 of my goals.
But I don't think the government's going to allow you the courtesy of not accomplishing one of your goals.
You know, they're going to be like, hey, you're like a pretty good spy, but you fucked it up. You're going to Guantanamo.
Yep.
I don't think
Well, they
so,
put
man.
the cyanide in your tooth and they make you bite it.
I don't know if that's how that goes.
I was thinking about that. Like, Bond has this cyanide tooth. What if he just accidentally bites something really hard?
Yeah, I think I'm a little
Just
too
dies?
neurotic to have a cyanide pill. It's like, what if you just do it like when you're sleeping or you're eating corn nuts or something like that? It's like the
Yeah,
hardest
exactly.
food known to man.
Just chips your tooth and boom. Irredeemable.
No, this is too suspicious.
Banana bread.
Yeah. You know what? I think it might be that, man.
Wow.
All right.
Shocking.
Redo.
How do I reset without changing?
You just pick the same settings we had.
This is press escape to play as spy.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I want.
Bond is in multiple serious car accidents each film. The cyanide pill is a real concern. I agree. What the heck? We're back on beginner ballroom.
Oh, I didn't even do that by... No, sorry. I thought the settings just stayed the same. I just clicked through everything.
I didn't kill Bruno Mars. I killed Muno
Yeah, but
Bars.
does Bruno Mars is gay, though?
It's an internet meme. If I recall correctly. When you say Trump is streaming right now, you talking about Donald Trump or you talking about Trump SC?
Donald J. Trump SC.
I played the board game Codenames with Trump SC at PAX West. And I was like, this motherfucker's on a whole different level. Codenames, you basically try to, it's like password, but you try to come up with a keyword that applies to multiple keywords that are on the board, and then your team guesses what they are. So you'll be like, you know, you have ice and popsicle on the, let's say you have ice and stick on the board. You'd be like, popsicle 2. And then you'd be, oh, we gotta find 2 words that relate to those words. This motherfucker said blood 0. And then left, you can't say anything else, so he left us on our team to puzzle out what this guy's doing with this new meta. Blood 0, or like blood 6 and then like, you know, coffin 0. And I was like, I don't even know how this, what is this guy doing to us? It's like hardcore mode.
I'm not sure I followed the constraints of those rules. Could it be virus?
I don't think that you would enjoy code words.
Okay. Well, let's never play it then.
Fair enough.
I do want to play that Lost Island game again. That was fun.
Oh, Forbidden Island. Yeah, Forbidden Island's pretty cool.
I like cooperative board games.
Pandemic Legacy is the real shit, but I've only played month 1 of 12. Alright, so far so bad.
Banana bread.
Ooh. Now the question is, do you banana bread and split, or do you stick around? so it doesn't look like you're a victim. I feel like Nick would not pick up the briefcase. It's a false positive unnecessarily. Which one does he save for last? He usually goes statues first. Would he dare? Ooh, that's a heavy statue, isn't it? Just look at the painting. No one will question you as long as you're looking at the painting. But this guy's way too close to the ambassador. Something ain't right. Oh, now he's slightly further away from the ambassador.
Dude, I thought you were just gonna shoot me. You were following me with the laser every time I went to a book, and I just did the swap in front of you with it on my head, and you didn't see it.
I'll accept it. Alright, we need to get a spy win on Beginner Ballroom. That statue does not have boobs.
MC.
That's Onion Knight.
It's a fertility symbol. Bellamy Craft MC with the 24 months. The Rohan hits 2 years. Congratulations. I'll have a badge for you soon enough. That is a thing, by the way. They're doing these reward badges now if you're subscribed to a channel for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and 2 years.
If you're
It's
subscribed,
a nice gesture.
If you're subscribed to a channel for Austin 316, you get a badge that's a Budweiser can that you can crush on your forehead, and you can say, "Oh hell yeah!"
That's pretty cool. They do have the Bud Star emote already, so
Is that for Budweiser?
yeah, I think so.
Like, it doesn't look anything like the Budweiser logo.
It does sort of look like a star, though, so I guess they got that going for them.
I mean, I would say that indeed it does look like a star.
But so do you, Northernlion.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.
It is the Budweiser logo. They sponsored some sort of esports thing.
Ah. Yeah, I didn't know the background to it, but I figured it was kind of cool that we were doing this, like, 6v9 contest between these two mega corporations.
One of which is the Frito-Lay's corporation. One
yeah,
of which
Doritos
is...
and Budweiser.
Fair enough. It's not a 69 contest, it's a 6v9 contest. It's a versus.
Yeah, it's 6 versus 9. It's orange versus blue. The numbers just happen to correlate with the colors orange and blue. That's why they're named that way.
I mean...
Game's coming along very well. Should be done soon.
To be honest with you, I am a craft beer drinker. But Budweiser is not that bad. It could be worse.
I don't think I've really run into any beer that's, like, that bad.
There are some beers that are that bad, in my opinion.
Actually, the chocolate beer I had was that bad. Yeah, those weird ones, just, like, probably don't bother. It was, like, double chocolate, just tasted like bitter ass. Give me some nice smooth ass any day. Don't give me that bitter ass.
Budweiser, it could be worse. I don't think it makes you snobby to be like semi-pro Budweiser. Like, if I went to like a bar or something, and they were like, we only have Budweiser and like Kokanee, I'd be like, hell yeah. Give me the Budweiser, please. Hey, boss. Can you give me the Budweiser, please?
Doing weird stuff with that book over there.
What's the point of doing the prompts perfectly if it still gives you a tell?
I don't know. That's weird.
It hit every single prompt that game.
It looked to me like you had done the prompt correctly and got the smallest animation, but I think it just doesn't give you an invisible pass. I actually saw 2 of them.
I like me some grapefruit beer. Ooh, a nice, like a grapefruit radler. Nothing wrong with that.
Never tried that before. Gonna go like high rise.
Sure, man. Do what you want to do. For me, the epitome of like a beer that I have no respect for is a Coors Light. If you drink it, I can still have respect for you, but I'm like, this is actually water that is more than $1 a can, which is, if it was like 80 cents a can, I'd be like, that's no problem. But you're like, people paying a premium to drink Coors Light. It's your money, but I'm like, man, it's at the epicenter of things I do not enjoy.
I used to drink a lot of that Bud Light Lime.
You don't have to admit that.
I know, but like, that was my starter beer. I don't drink it anymore. I do think you have to ease into beer a little bit. I mean, maybe some people less than others, but I personally didn't find the taste of it to be that good. And now I don't mind it at all. Now I just drink Blue Moon, which is probably also pretty light on the, the scope of beers.
Blue Moon's alright. It bums me out when you go to an American bar and they're like, Blue Moon, $7 a pint. And I'm like, ah, come on now. That's just...
It's because they know you want it.
You're abusing goodwill at this point.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Like, it's at a PAX or something like that, I'm like, yeah, that's all right. But, like, I'm not paying $7 for it.
But if you're in a group setting, you get a pitcher, everybody chips in, it's not so bad.
This is a $32 pitcher, man. Madrina's Light is the only good beer. Yeah, Madrina's, when are you going to get into that game? All I can say about Bud Light Lime is that in university, we had a Bud Light Lime in our fridge for like 8 months. And if you can keep a beer alive in a house full of 7 college students for that long, I think you gotta go back to R&D.
I would have drank it.
Would you rather drink a Coors or a Shack soda? I would rather drink a Coors than a Shack soda.
Shack soda's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, by the way. I did have some.
I would rather drink like a Coors than like a Mountain Dew, though.
The blueberry Shack soda was actually kind of good.
I believe that.
It's not something I would buy again, but like, if it was $1 and it was there, it's not so bad.
I would rather drink my own cum than a Coors. That is like...
It's a bit extreme.
At this point, you should go see a doctor. Like, it's okay not to like it, but to go to that degree is just... That's ridiculous.
Well, maybe we're misjudging. Maybe that person really likes cum.
Would you rather drink a Coors or a shot of Everclear? I chose to ignore that. I would rather drink a Coors than a shot of Everclear that, like... Isn't that like 190 proof or something like that? It's gonna strip the mucosal membrane from your esophagus, man. It's like, would you rather drink a beer you don't like or poison? That's a tough one. I consider myself a man of taste, but I'm gonna have to take the thing that's not poison.
And the end of red.
No, there's no chance. There's no chance. Well, the good news is I had no idea.
Yeah, the bad news is it didn't complete my objectives.
You know what? We're going back. We're going back a level, because I'm not doing this book bullshit anymore.
Okay.
No, it's not beginner. We're doing regular. I'm not doing book. We're going to do... There's no missions. Accomplish 4 known missions, but not the book. Ambassador's fine. Double agent's a little too easy.
What is Everclear, by the way? I don't think I know that.
It's an extremely high proof alcohol. It's 95% ABV, I think.
Wow.
So it's, it's up there. It's not legal to sell it in many parts of Canada. Nihilist AGS, thank you as well.
Hey, the like Knob Creek stuff. I think that was really high.
That's just whiskey.
Yeah, it was like super high proof though. It wasn't bad. I think it had like a dark cherry flavor to it.
I'm
It's very expensive though.
I'm a dude with long hair. Do you want to film a ragtag buddy cop movie together? That'd be good. Yeah, we can call it like Samson and Sylvanas or something like that.
Call it Rag and Tag.
That's pretty good.
I don't know what either of those names stand for though.
I used to work at a liquor store in Arkansas, and we sold a depressing amount of Gem Clear. Is that like actual jewelry polish? Because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, this will shine you up inside. It's just like floor lacquer, just rebottled.
NL, do you follow any esports? I actually am esports. I'm rank 10 in Hearthstone. I don't want to brag, but so like I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna go pro if you guys support me.
Who plays Hearthstone every night? Is that an esport?
I played the Tavern Brawl last night. I think that Tavern Brawl is like really bad in my opinion.
Why?
You only get your deck is made of one card. So then you're like, okay,
What?
turn one, they play this card. Get ready to see 18 of those for the rest of the game.
That's so boring.
And then I got a quest, and you have to do your dailies in Hearthstone, or you're just leaving money on the table. And the quest was win 5 Tavern Brawls. I was like, all right, time to decide if I ever want to play this game again. But I did.
The new Overwatch mode is kind of fun. It's just a bit repetitive, though. I know you're not really into Overwatch anymore.
I mean, I think it's probably my game of the year,
hour.
honestly. It's probably my favorite game of this annum. I'm just kind of done with it for now, though.
It's a time thing, and you get all these skins if you can pull it off. Get these Halloween crates now.
Why are they so good at this game and so bad at Dead by Daylight?
We're good at this?
The Spy has lost every single game that we've played.
I think we're better at Dead by Daylight, to be perfectly honest.
We've been playing for like 40 minutes. The Spy has lost every single time. If you get 5 stars on the new Brawl, you get a loot box, by the way, Nick.
Oh, yeah, we've never gotten to 5. I think we got close to 4 once. That's the best we've done.
It's Dead by Daylight that's bad at being a game. Ice cold.
What?
You can reroll 1 quest every day? Sure, but I don't want to reroll a 60G quest. Come on, man.
Excuse me. I'm a bit confused here. I've been paying really close attention, and yet I have like very little to go on. So, good job.
Such a gold finger. Now. He's the man with the Midas touch. Such a cold finger. Now. I mean, it's not easy being the world's greatest spy. But in many ways, I don't know anything else. Of course, that's what I meant to say. He got the Midas touch, but he touched it too much.
I have 2 ideas.
You think
I
so?
need confirming information.
Are you going to do a let's look at of Dragon Quest Builders?
I'm gonna play it.
You're gonna play it?
Yeah, I got a code for it yesterday.
Is Dragon Quest Minecraft, right? Not to be like
much, yeah.
needlessly reductive.
Yeah, it's like an RPG Minecraft with Dragon Quest stuff. It looks pretty cool, actually. I really like the trailer for it, so I'm gonna give it a try anyway. All right, well done.
Who'd you think it was, Nick?
I was thinking it. Oh, yeah, no, you were not on my radar at all. I thought it was either the general or the cowboy.
Should just mirror
Good
match.
game.
I think that's.
Yeah, I had not a clue.
It's a little easy on the spy. To be fair, I also checked my watch about 6 consecutive times right at the start of the game.
That's the time to do it if you're gonna do it.
Exactly. So I got up to like 6.5 minutes worth of time left, and I was like, all right, we can take this slow.
I did notice you had a lot of time.
Rukan. Daddy won a game as the spy. Are you impressed? It has no appreciable impact on your life. Mind you, as a cat, I think you probably don't have the cognitive capacity to understand what's happening anyway in this game. Ruka's favorite game is, you know, you put your hand under the blanket, and then he turns his head sideways. It's like, what's going on? That blanket's like alive. And then he bats at it a few times. After like 30 seconds, he starts putting his paws under the blanket. He knows what's up.
Oh, smart kitties.
Mama didn't
Does
raise
he
no
know
fool.
if he's playing with you to keep his claws in?
Yeah, he does claws in, but Tomo, the line is blurred for him. Tomo keeps his
Right.
claws out sometimes, but he's also like really bad at like everything except being
Tomo.
cute. So like he takes some swings at you during playtime, but he normally just misses or kind of like glances. Anyway, Ruka goes straight for you with claws in though.
Yeah. Yeah, I could really get down with cat playtime if they keep the claws in. That's great time. It's just cat boxing. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
Fearless, thank you for the subscription. I mean, Tomo's a great cat, but he's not the strongest feline, mentally speaking. But he makes up for it in other areas, like his sensitive demeanor.
He's very sweet. He's a nice, loyal, sweet cat.
I mean, can we be real?
Well, sure.
He's a cat.
Yeah.
It's like a living, like, partner for your life, but also like a decoration. Like, it's a living creature, but it's like Tomo being a little bit on the simple side is okay. It's not like he has to go out and like provide for our family or anything.
Yeah.
He just has to eat, clean himself, not get into trouble, and then you're pretty much good to go. Like, you're accomplishing the necessary elements of being a cat.
He's very snuggly with me. When I was there, he would like come up and flop around and
Yeah.
be nice kitties.
Yeah, he's a nice cat. Ruka's very clever, and that cleverness sometimes leads to him getting into trouble.
Yep.
It's a double-edged sword. She's the eye candy? I could see that.
The new Apple product.
Ooh, this changes everything. Or does it? There's so little time left. Whoa. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, General. So I was over there by the window checking my watch, right? And then this big red laser beam shows up on my shirt. And I said, what's up with that? I'm a general. I couldn't possibly be a double agent working for the mafia. Teddy Roosevelt's giving me a sidelong glance here. I'm not going to shoot. I want you to squirm while you accomplish your objectives under the watchful eye of Mr. Laserbeam.
Yeah?
I'm not taking the shot.
Well, you got me. You just didn't get me.
Fair enough. That's like a soft victory.
Yeah, it's probably the best I'm gonna do. I have a really hard time winning as a spy.
Spy's no joke, dude.
Yeah, the Murmur Mafia.
The Murmur Mafia. Wish I could do a good Murloc impression, but... Yo, that's pretty good, actually.
Thanks. I played a lot of WoW.
Murlocs are in WoW? I thought they were like a Hearthstone thing.
They're, well, Blizzard properties. They came from WoW, yeah.
You telling me that there's also priests and paladins in WoW? Whoa. Jeez, a little itchy on the trigger finger there.
I saw that false prompt again, and I thought... Alright. I saw him touch his pocket and then move a book.
It happens to the best of us. Hearthstone in 2016, lol. WoW in 2016, lol. No, Paladins is an Overwatch clone. Excuse me.
What are we talking about here?
Actually, there were Warcraft RTSs before World of Warcraft. Yeah, it started City of Warcraft, District of Warcraft, Province of Warcraft, Country of Warcraft, Continent of Warcraft, then World of Warcraft. I'm still waiting for Universe of Warcraft.
You missed Galaxy of Warcraft.
That comes after Planet Nick, which is just
oh, well, we
before
just skipped over a bunch is all I'm saying.
Solar System.
Solar System of Warcraft.
2016 in 2016, lol.
Was the problem in that statement that people assumed that because I said that I was playing WoW in 2016? Because I'm not playing it. I just had to play it.
It's almost as bad, honestly. They skipped Universe of Warcraft to make StarCraft. It seems fair, actually.
StarCraft Ghost.
Get out of here, Bonnie Tyler. Leopard print sleeves. How does that even work? It's like you're wearing a shirt that has leopard print sleeves. Like, are you wearing a separate sleeve?
It could just be a leather vest.
Yeah, but does that mean she's wearing a yellow button-up shirt that independently has leopard print sleeves on it?
Actually, I think I think that is what it is. I don't know, I can't get a good look at the shoulders to tell.
It's a jacket?
So the jacket comes with the sleeves then.
I hope so. Pretty much everywhere, it's gonna be hot. Stala? Then I don't need a jacket. Oh, you like that video, Nick? It's an all-time classic.
I like Potion Vendor lately.
Oh, excuse me? You mean Potion Seller?
Potion Seller, sorry.
This guy's talking about Potion Vendor.
Nah, that's my fault. I really screwed this one up.
Potion Seller. I'm headed into battle. I need only your strongest potions. You can't handle my strongest potion. Okay, I don't have to do it, but you get the idea. Potion Vendor in 2016? LOL.
I thought we'd do ULU now.
ULU? In Quest of Uluru?
2016.
I credit Austin for bringing Potion Seller to the NLSS. Because, like, I was on YouTube just hanging out, And then I saw that potion seller video. I was like, this has got like 1 million views. And unlike most of those videos where you click on them when they got 1 million views, it didn't have like 98% dislikes. So I watched it, and I was like, this potion seller video is pretty funny. I'm okay with it. But then Austin bringing it up is what has taken it to the next level.
I mean, without you guys, I don't think I'd pay attention to half these memes.
You didn't pay attention enough to even get its name right.
Yeah, exactly.
Potion vendor.
Yeah, it's not that far off.
It's completely different. It's like calling pen pineapple apple pen like apple pineapple apple pen. It's completely different.
Sure, what you're talking about
They're
there.
two different things. They're not the same thing. There's like a lot of people looking at their watch at the end of that game. Oh, it was Bonnie Tyler.
I kept like trying to seduce the target, and no matter what I did, it wouldn't do anything.
Did you try telling her? Wait, did you try?
No, I didn't.
Did you grab her by the
No. From or whatever.
There's your mistake. out of her quotation mark whatever.
2016. If this NLSS had a title, it would be memes in 2016.
It would be potion vendor.
Potion. Why don't we title NLSSs? That would actually be fun.
Yeah, just like more work for me.
Yeah, that's true.
That
Gotta come
accomplishes
up with a
nothing.
theme. That would be easier to identify them later, perhaps.
Yeah, that's true. I do go back on a regular basis and go, hey, what's up with this?
Well, Reddit often wants to find the origin of specific things.
Yo, that's their job, man. That's not my job.
Closer you are to the target, the faster it goes. I was like intersecting the target most of the time. I don't know. Some of these prompts are still a little iffy for me. That's why I love books. I love microfilm. I know what to expect.
I don't like to do microfilm when Nick's on the case.
Yeah, because I know it inside and out. I know how to do it. I know how to spot it.
And then even when you nail the prompt perfectly, he's like, there you are, doing the microfilm.
There you are, doing the microfilm.
I have
Maybe,
a
maybe not.
book. I have a microfilm. Microfilm book. Nick, are you familiar with pen, pineapple, apple pen?
Nope.
What? You're like super not. You're the memeiest guy on this whole show, and you don't even know the memes.
I'm kind of a meme poser, honestly.
I would agree with that.
I like to amplify some of the memes you guys bring to the table.
With 100% certainty.
I think occasionally I'll grab one, but for the most part, I think it's like you and Austin.
I don't even.
Well,
like...
Rob has like weird goat licks dog and stuff like that. He's into that stuff.
Oh my
really
god,
big.
it's look at this
Funny goat.
Look at this goat. He is so weird. What's the newest meme anyway?
Not sure actually. I think we're in sort of a gray area for memes.
Because we're living in a post-Harambe world now. I hope.
I mean, grab her by the pussy has been really trending lately, but for obvious reasons.
Yeah, but for it to be a true meme, we need Palmer Lucky's financial backing. And for something tells me that he's not really that happy with that one. So if we really want to get the fiscal engine behind it, of the meme machine, it needs to be more universal and apolitical. Unfortunately for everybody involved.
Oh, Ken Bone is the new meme. That's right.
Yeah, but like...
That's actually sort of apolitical too, oddly enough.
Yeah, because he's an undecided voter.
It's just a bit ironic considering where we found out about him from.
We got a panel of 200 undecided voters.
What is it to be an undecided voter right now? I don't get it.
What more do you need to see from either side to be like, nah, you know what? That's my girl. Or that's my dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just waiting to see what they've got in store in November.
Had nothing. Nothing.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, November 28th, right? That's when we vote.
All right, we got one more in us here.
One more.
NL, I love Venu Malesh and listen It's My Life daily. How old am I?
17.
I was thinking like 21 maybe.
Do I know about Nut Shack meme? Yeah, they like replace all the words in a song with Nut Shack.
That's a
I think
meme?
that's what that is.
Nut Shack?
Yeah, I guess. It's like a show or something, and they replace stuff.
Apparently Bionicles are new memes, which to me is like, I must be slightly too old for memes now. I'm probably like 2 years too old for memes.
Who's doing the Bionicle memes? Like 8-year-olds?
I don't know. Somebody said, I mean, they might have been 8 when we were 14. That makes them adults now.
So is it adult Bionicles?
I'm just saying, like, you know how, like, when you go to college, you're like, hey, let's listen to some old music, and then you put on stuff that you listened to when you were in, like, 8th grade, even though that was only 4 years ago?
Like lit.
Exactly. You'd be like, oh my god, I can't believe you put on the Pokemon soundtrack. That song is so old.
Blink 182.
It's like
What's
that.
my age again?
Like, memes, they, they mine nostalgia a little bit, but it's not like a nostalgia for the good old days. It's nostalgia for, like, that was 80% of my life ago, 2 years ago.
It's going to be very odd making memes when we have perspective.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 70, and I've got a whole lifetime's worth of memes to draw from. Where do I go from there?
Bionicle is like a 2-day-old meme. It's Star Wars Battlefront now. What? I don't even understand what that means. What does that even mean?
What did Star Wars Battlefront do? It became less popular. Is that the meme?
Man, EA, like, for the most part, I don't like the circle jerks. That's like, DAEA, right? But they have a really good track record.
DAEA.
They have a great track record in, like, the past 2 years of finally coming out with sequels to games that people have been asking for like 10 years and then making them so forgettable that nobody even remembers they came out this year. Like, remember the new Mirror's Edge?
Nope. That came out, right?
That came out this year. 10 years people ask for a new Mirror's Edge. They came out with it and they're like, well, we thought it was kind of like implicit that you would make it dope as well. But I guess that's our bad.
Well, they made it have like mandatory combat and unlockable skill progression, which for Mirror's Edge I don't feel like makes a lot of sense. But that's my opinion. Some people said it was kind of underrated. Not sure I necessarily agree, but...
Should just shoot the book out of your hand. That's right, you put that book back. When is Afterbirth Plus coming out? I don't know, probably like tomorrow. Confirmed.
Yeah, I thought they said it might be this year. I don't know.
Grand Magus, thank you as well. No, that's a gambit. That's not going to work for you, Queen Elizabeth. I hope people don't think that I just, like, look at digital butts for the entirety of every SpyParty round. It's just that it's a very relevant area when it comes to watching for ambassador bugging.
I nailed all of them. I just needed to freaking contact a double agent. You had your freaking laser on my head.
You weren't Queen Elizabeth, though. You were a different British septuagenarian. But for now, thanks for watching. We'll be back in 3 minutes to play some Worms, hopefully with other people around us. See ya
Rob will be there
in 3 minutes. And thank you, Blackberry OP, for the subscription as well.
And a big thank you to Drunk on Cum for the subscription, as well as Death's Chemist and Mr. Colgate. And a $20 tip from Surreal Lemming. Says, Nick, where you when I was gluing? Now I colluded, the game got the whole finger moving, chicken horse. Thank you, Surreal Lemming. This is very generous. Let's get some donkeys in chat, please. Can I get the Sad Cat indie game name? I actually don't remember it, unfortunately. It was years ago when I saw it.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Rob. Look
Hello.
back through Game Jolt archives. You might be able to find it on that.
No.
No, you don't have to. I was just trying to help chat find the indie game about the master that dies of a drug overdose and then has to be a cat while they realize they won't be able to live anymore soon.
You talking to me?
That sounds lovely.
Oh, it's Rob. Hello.
Yeah, hey, how's it going? I've
I'm
just
play
been
Worms.
fiending on Pokemon for the past, 5 hours.
How'd you get your card to work?
Driver
Driver issue?
No, I needed to change the console type in the settings, strangely. I don't know, it worked.
Because it's 2DS, so like it didn't understand the output or something?
Yeah, so when it started, so they give you a sheet of paper. It's a Japanese company, right? So they
Right.
don't speak English very well, and
Wow!
it's the reality of it. They don't speak English very well. They don't. This company doesn't speak English very well.
Doesn't
How's
a
your
lot of Japan speak
Japanese,
English?
Rob?
That's pretty bad, but so I'm saying that this is leading into another point. So it's hard to get customer service with them,
Okay.
which is totally understandable.
Yeah, I guess
also,
so, sure.
Which worms are we playing? WMD.
WMD.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
worms.
Sick. But yeah, so it's hard to get customer service with them. So yeah, they just give you this sheet of paper, and it has instructions on it, and you can do the instructions, but that's the best option you have. And anyway, there was one option at one point during the setup where it's like, are you using 2DS post 2014 or 2DS, 3DS, or 3DS XL pre 2014? And I'm like, I have no fucking idea. They didn't tell me this. So I selected the post 2014, thinking that was correct, and apparently it wasn't.
Wow, post 2014 in 2016. Lol.
Ulu.
Ooh-loo.
Came into this world as a racist. Look into these eyes. Do you see the size of the...
Is it racist to say that people who don't speak English can't speak English very well?
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
Hello?
when I was
Oh,
in...
yeah.
Hello.
I didn't think you were coming.
I'm gonna fight the Lich, and then I'm gonna get in.
dope. Okay. Well,
Spoilers!
also spoilers, yeah.
Yeah. Spoilers, Jesus.
Sorry.
You guys ever take one of those, freshman year psychology classes that shows you the implicit biases test? Where,
Yeah.
they give you, picture of, a white person and a black person, and then you're like, okay, if they're white, put them on the left. If they're black, put them on the right. And then they switch it up, and they're like, if the picture you see is something good, put it on the left as fast as you can. And if it's something bad, put it on the right as fast as you can. I took one of those quizzes 2 nights ago. Turns out I fucking hate the elderly. I had no idea. I thought I was a rational person who treats all people with respect, but it turns out that if you're over the age of 50, I think that you're a blight on society. So, everybody's got something to work on. I'm working on it myself. I only recently found out that I was ageist, but,
Sound like a big piece of shit, apparently.
to thine own self be true.
Phase 1's dead. Spoilers.
Mm.
You guys are lucky. There's actually 2 really fast dungeon runs. Usually it takes 15 minutes longer.
Yeah, no kidding. I lived that life for about, 3 months.
Hey, man, new update's
Demon
coming
Head?
out.
Gungeon's
coming out?
real dope, but there got to be a point where I was every run I'm on the chests, or what do they call it in that game? Bullet hell. I'm
That's the
on
chest.
bullet hell with no ammo, and we're 80 minutes into the run.
Hey man,
You're an all-star.
misusing your ammo.
I mean, I guess so. Like by using ammo in a gun that I picked up that looks cool. My bad.
You guys should just play Pokemon instead of.
I
Enter
do
the
play
Gungeon.
Pokemon.
Yeah, but
Rob.
instead of.
I can play both.
Nick, can you
We don't
take
have
us
one or the other.
off the Orient, please? Like, after all the things that we've talked about,
Wow.
I
It
just
just
don't...
randomly showed up. I didn't do it.
Hey, at
What
least
have
I
you been
didn't.
talking about?
At least I didn't draw Indian with a dot on.
Yeah,
the
actually,
head.
I was very surprised. Michael A. L. Fox drew a caricature and then put a dot in the center of its forehead.
That was probably more racist than Rob's Kate drawing. To be
I think
That's
so.
definitely-
Rob's Cade
I mean,
drawing...
especially since that was an accident.
Yeah, Rob has, like, some defense for his Cade drawing.
That was entirely on purpose.
Which is
he
that
did.
you draw every person's eyes like that. Hey, go look at the
Yes.
picture of Gunman, and then, you know, compare it to the picture of Kate.
Yeah. I do that. Do.
But, like, I'm not letting you get off that easy.
And nor will chat.
Correct.
Make sure you
Which
change
is
your team,
fair.
Rob.
All right, he's
I gotta
dead.
change
I'm
my
on the
team.
way, boys.
All right.
Well, unless you want to play as the Teamsters. I didn't know if you made a team.
Look,
Should I
it's not
play as
racist
Teamsters?
to guess what a racist drawing is.
That's pretty racist.
So, one of my friends is, he's a white guy.
Racist?
I don't want to brag, but I have friends of all, you know, races. So I have a white friend. It's no big deal. We hang out. And he recently got married, and I believe that his wife, their family is Sikh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right.
Apparently, a Sikh wedding is like the wildest, coolest carnival of all time.
Really?
Like it's like 4 hours long, and you may or may not hold the sword during part of it, but there's
awesome.
definitely a part where the bride's mom has baked like candies basically and feeds them to you during the ceremony. Like not at the reception, at the ceremony when you're like, you know, on the stage. The mom just comes up and like feeds you gulab jamun and stuff like that.
Does she
That
hold your
sounds
sword
great.
afterward?
I don't know if that's okay.
After the sword bit, I was really thinking you were gonna say like, you know, feeds them the entrails of their enemies.
No, that's
really-
racist.
Yeah, that's.
racist.
Are you calling them savages?
Oh my god. These
But-
people.
It really makes like
What people, Rob?
Yeah, Rob. What people?
it really makes Christian weddings look like super boring. You're like, oh, okay, go up and you know repeat after me, and now you're legally bound in a contract of marriage. But like at
they
a
are
Jewish
pretty
wedding, you like step on a glass and break it, and then they hold you up over their heads. You're sitting on a chair, and they like throw it. That's fucking dope. And then you know
Sit off in the Gila and everybody has a freaking party. It's pretty cool.
the mother of the bride at a
not
Sikh
good.
wedding like feeds you sweet Indian donuts and stuff, and then at a Christian wedding you're like, you know, can't wait till this is over so I can, you know, drink
Well,
6 glasses of
yeah.
wine.
Everyone goes in with the expectation to get fucking drunk, and that's
Yeah.
kind of the epitome of
Yeah.
the party.
Yo, this
The
is
epitome
this
of
is
the
a long
party.
shot.
Epitome of the
But-
party. Hi, Fox.
Fox is here?
Fox says, tell Ryan I'll mess him up.
Oh, okay. Whoops.
Have a Madrinas, the new Jewish wedding song.
Have a madrinas.
That's
So this is the long
fantastic.
shot. But have you guys ever had
I drink it every day.
Guyanese roti?
Just shut up.
It's so good. It's the best.
Did you just
You
make
ever
a
had-
sentence like Cobalt did yesterday?
That's a real. Now that's racist. Guyana is a country.
Yo, are we talking about regular Guyanese roti or French Guyanese roti?
Well, I mean, it's kind of French Guyana and Guyana, same country. I don't think they're separate countries.
Princess Guyana?
Wow, that's racist now.
Apparently,
Yeah,
we
she's
should be
dead.
in Senegal during Tabaski. That's the good shit there.
Yeah, he's right. We should be in Senegal during Tabaski.
What?
I'm Indian, but not Sikh. The nephews of the bride traditionally block the ceremony during it and then take it for ransom. I got a few $100 from my aunt this way. That's like the coolest shit of all time.
That's awesome.
Is that actually true?
Like at some point they just hold the rest of the ceremony ransom? That's so sweet.
Alright, am I the only one here who's gonna say that is the chat troll, right? Like, there's no way that's actually true.
I don't know, dude, because
I want it to be
the
true.
way my friend described the wedding to me, he was like, we went to like wedding practice, and it's actually like the way that like the Super Bowl halftime show happens, where you're like, there's no way they're gonna do that next, and then they do.
How about that shot, though?
That was a great shot.
That was really
actually.
good.
Thanks.
That was very
beautiful.
impressive.
Yes, the groom has his shoes taken, and he has to bargain them back for cash.
What?
That's even more absurd.
This is like going to an escape room that like also enters you into a legal contract for the rest of your life.
That sounds awesome.
God, I'd hate to be like the Indian guy getting married who got really into like Jordans or something.
Yeah, or Yeezys.
Yeah.
That's why you wear sandals to your wedding. Apparently.
Bring some disposable things you don't want anymore.
Oh, well.
People are saying like it's also tradition in Russia and Romania to kidnap the bride and hold her for ransom.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, like in like an affable way though, not. In,
I would hope so. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Just bring a white van and some AKs and.
Okay, now that's
No, no.
It allows
No,
the man to show his prowess in business and bartering. That's the D from the dentist system. Demonstrate value. Oh!
You still
I
got
just
it.
wanted to get into the safety of that little notch there. It's good.
I don't think there's a lot of safety in that little notch anymore.
I can confirm the wife kidnapping. Dude, we're so boring.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone
So
put on
boring.
your restrictive fresh pressed clothing. It's a special day today. Meanwhile, in other countries, they're feeding each other donuts and faking kidnappings.
Holding each other's swords out in the open.
I thought my parents' wedding was like exciting. They had like a live band and like had a party. Nah, man. Should have.
Well, I mean, I feel like the
All
party
right.
is
I gotta read the sentence.
included.
If you go to Senegal during Tabaski, you'll see goats getting slaughtered on the street. Go to Portugal in Porto during São João, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that properly, and have sardines, throw up in hot air balloons, and hit people with squeaky hammers.
All
Is
right.
this like excerpts from Anthony Bourdain's diary?
Well, isn't it on like the island of Orkney or something? Like one of those islands off of Scotland where they make lead molten and then throw it at each other or
What?
something like that?
No,
Yeah.
They throw molten
that kills
lead?
people.
No. I mean, I think they wear like protective gear, but they like do something with molten lead. I think they throw it against the wall or something, and the sparks go everywhere.
That
The running
sounds
of
a
the
little
bulls
bit
is pretty
safer.
fucking dangerous too. There's the one where they shoot fireworks at each other too.
Yeah. There's also the one oh maybe I'm getting that one. Maybe I think that one might be in Scandinavia, and the one in Scotland is like where they roll down this really long hill and people get killed like
yeah,
every
I've
year.
heard of that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that one's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that little plant that was there.
Hey,
You
you
watch them
know,
start running. Have you seen the video of them running down the hill?
Yeah.
It's like 99% of them start running and instantly start rolling. Like
Yeah.
they're done. You have the one guy who's like a professional who just like slides down really well, and the rest
He
are just
sleeps and breathes
tumbling.
this shit.
did you
Yeah.
guys know there's this island off the coast of Cuba, and to celebrate special events there, they like strap you to a table upside down and put a towel over your mouth and nose, and then slowly pour a pitcher of water onto it
joke.
until.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The famous customs of the Guantanamese
Yeah, this
people.
French Guantanamo.
Did you know that the U.S. pays Cuba rent for Guantanamo, and it's like $1,300?
$1,300?
Yeah,
That's so cheap
Hilarious.
it's pretty cheap.
for a
Well-
prison.
Yeah, it's so cheap that there's like a video of like Castro. He just like pulls out a stack of checks out of like a drawer and be like, "Yeah, these are from America. We don't really cash them."
It's not worth going to the bank.
Maya is in chat and says we do not do lead throwing in Scandinavia during weddings. Put Robin in his unknowing ass place.
I don't know where they do the lead throwing. It's somewhere. It might be. I thought it was like on Orkney. I'm gonna look this up.
Wait. Okay, so people are saying Austin's wrong. It's not 1,300. It's 4,000, but it's 4,000 a year, which is even less than $1,300 a month.
Yeah, it is.
It's like $350 a month.
That's funny. You tried to make your point and actually made his point better.
That's crazy.
Annual ceremony. It's somewhere. It's in like
Castro
like
makes a
Iceland
show
or
out of
something?
tearing them up sometimes.
What is that?
I don't know. You should
It's
go
a
open it.
present. I think it goes off another turn.
Isaac Baby has new weapons available.
Supplies are here.
That's less than my car payments.
That's less than my car.
I think it's probably less than if you own like a new car. It's less than your car payments, I assume.
Can I like talk to Cuba and like see if I can bid on Guantanamo?
Like rent it out for the next special event or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, the U.S. government's only going to be paying $1,400. I'll give you $2,000.
They should just have PAX at Guantanamo Bay.
You blew him into the gifts.
That's my intention.
That's pretty rude.
That's
oh,
so
the
smart.
double gift
Combo
clone.
plays.
He's got
It
combinated.
just depends what turn it goes off.
Happy
Oh,
birthday.
Oh, it was $1,300 a year.
Oh,
Jesus.
fuck you, chat.
so those are the same.
Everyone's like, 1,300 is less than 4,000. Yo, when you say my rent is blank, at least in North America, it's assumed that it's implicitly a monthly cost.
Yes.
Nobody here talks about their rent on like an annual basis. If you do, you'd say my rent is blank per year, and we'd be like, why are you talking about your annual rent like some kind of fucking nerd?
Now I have to do
Down
math and
Yeah.
divide it by 12 to understand it.
Math is fun.
That
I
is
hate it.
$108 per month. Yeah, that's real
Dang.
cheap.
That's pretty cheap. You think they'd negotiate for that?
Oh,
Hey, it worked.
Yeah.
Oh my guy said hello, PewDiePie.
Hey, how's it going? Somebody's got to know where the molten lead thing is from.
I think you might have like,
Rob,
made
it just
up.
sounds like a
I
fever
think it was
dream,
from
think.
Game of Thrones.
No. I've seen videos of it. I've seen multiple videos of it, actually.
Were they called Game of Thrones Season 2, Episode 3?
This is
Or
like
something
the
like that.
it's the lamest thing to be irked by. But you keep talking about this molten lead as if it's a Game of Thrones thing when it actually has a precedent in history, and Game of Thrones was inspired by the events of actual ancient history with the whole
Yeah, next,
molten
what are you going
lead.
to tell me that the freaking TV show is inspired by a book?
No,
Get
I'm
real.
just saying, like, oh, they go pour, molten gold down your throat like it's, Varys Targaryen or something like that. No, son, that was a Mongol thing. It's like
What?
the Khwarezmian Shah sent an envoy to Genghis Khan, and he's like, check it out, we got all this fucking gold. And Genghis Khan was like, sick, that's awesome, gold's sweet. And then he just poured it down the dude's throat.
Oh, somebody in chat said it's from Germany. It's in Germany.
Pretty hardcore.
Yeah. It's intense. I think people get
Was
burned
the-
up every year.
Was the molten lead turned into bullets by chance? Because that's just firing guns.
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
It could be.
Is that the sniper or the laser? It's the sniper, right?
By the way, I don't know anything. Yeah, it's a sniper. I don't know anything about Game of Thrones. Apparently, Varys Targaryen might be a sentence that makes no sense.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Varys.
Varys
Yeah,
is
that's-
the
yeah.
spider.
Varys is a
Viserys
spider?
Is who you're thinking of?
Oh,
yeah, Varys the spider.
Viserys.
Yeah, you're thinking of Viserys.
If I can shoot, I can use it.
That's the heiress
Viserys.
that had a vasectomy.
Yeah,
Game
yeah.
of Thrones has a spider in it?
Yeah, he's
the
a
spider.
giant spider. Yeah,
They're
Yeah.
nuts.
he's that's actually the crossover. He's Shelob's daughter from Lord of the Rings.
You know what show doesn't have a spider?
What's that?
The Good Wife.
I'm sure there's a spider.
You
at
say
some
that like it's a good
Find
thing
a spider.
Spiders
to not have a spider.
Spiders have no place in the court system.
Spiders have no balls either.
Yeah, there's gotta be an episode where someone's hanging out and they're like, oh, she's a spider, and they like smash it.
No,
I guarantee
there
you.
are several snakes. In particular, Michael J. Fox plays a little snaky lawyer.
Did they have a pit to hiss in?
He
that's a good
had
question.
several pits to hiss in. He started his own practice because he was making so much money. You know, it takes a lot for me to hate a fellow Canadian, but Michael J. Fox, I guess it's a testament to his acting that he was able to do it, so congratulations.
Takes a lot to make a stew.
That's true.
It wasn't dropping frames, the game just got really laggy in the helicopter for some reason.
I get used to this A button not being fired.
Yeah, I
shit.
know, right?
It's like confusing me. That didn't work.
Oh my god.
That's fine. Yeah, that's some violence right there.
He's Shelob's daughter.
Yeah.
He's Matlab's daughter.
Shelob's the name of the spider, right?
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
the better spider, Shelob or the spider from Harry Potter?
I actually vote for the spider from Charlotte's Web.
Oh yeah, Wilbur.
Yeah. that's the one. No, I think it's named Babe.
Please tell
The blue
Rob
wasp?
that he is a freak with this molten lead thing.
Grenade.
All right.
Freaky deaky.
Yeah, I'm
Says
freaking
all
deep
make
Dutchman.
fireworks. I keep reading the grenades only last like a couple seconds.
I don't know what that means. I'm a freak.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're a freak. Cause I'm better than you. That's not the right lyric.
Oh, Jim Cramer style, Mad Money. Oh my god. All
What are you
right.
doing?
I picked up all the crates, man.
Joyriding around. The animation reminds me of Scribblenauts, the way it kind of floats over everything.
You aren't gonna hit this. Fuck.
Stop! Stop! Turn off the gun.
Weird Austrian New Year's tradition?
Rob, no one throws molten lead at each other.
I don't even know. How would you even?
They 100% do. Like, I've seen multiple videos of it.
So
just
their
don't know
aim
where it
is to
is.
maim each other.
No, they don't. I don't think they throw it. They like throw it up in the air and at the wall and shit and some other crazy stuff. Oh,
But
okay.
It's not at each other.
I really like those celebrations where, like, every year, like, 40 people die in them. But you're like, you know what? Small price to pay.
Yeah.
Like the running of the bulls. It's like every year, like there's viral footage of like some guy getting a horn through his abdomen, and then, you know, it's like a college kid from Wisconsin or something like that, and everyone goes, "Well, he knew the risks."
Stick around.
I mean, I guess it's true, but
I mean,
or like, you know, someone blows their face off with fireworks on the 4th of July.
You celebrate New Year's by firing guns into the air, and the bullets
Yeah.
eventually fall back down.
Or you celebrate a wedding by throwing molten lead on each other.
Yeah, on each other, burning all your skin off.
dude, last time we had fireworks for New Year's, like we had like a couple of mortars,
Yeah.
and we like to do the thing where you set up two different mortars and fire them both off at the same time, so it's kind of like a bigger firework.
Yeah.
And one of the mortars actually went off early and knocked the other mortar over.
Oh god.
And we're really lucky that the mortar had like a square base, so it went in one direction. If it would have went towards us, it would have fired right into our house. But actually,
Oh my
instead it fired right into like a bush, like a big like tree bush.
Are you kidding me?
It, like,
George
Rob.
You are
I was a homing missile. It just went back to me instead.
You preserved the bride in molten lead to allow her to remember this beautiful day.
Okay, this is it. Yeah, it's called the Up Heli Ah on St. Ninian's Isle, Scotland.
All right, and tell me more.
I'm gonna look it up now.
Black Rose Gunner said, "Are you talking about molybdemacy? That's not
No.
throwing lead at people."
The festival includes a procession of up to 1,000 Gweezers in Lyric, and
They say up to 1,000 Weezers, so it could just be Weezer, like one Weezer. It doesn't have to be 1,000.
It's actually a Gweezer. It's with a G. Maybe it's this one.
What do you? So you like show up and you're like, sorry, mate, we already have 100 Gweezers.
No, I think this is the one where they just set fire to a boat.
They set fire to the rain.
What are you talking about?
This is a ceremony where they set fire to a boat. They just set a boat on
That's
fire.
a Viking
It's a
funeral.
Viking thing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a Viking
Yeah.
funeral.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they all dress up in like horn helmets and stuff and set fire to
Set
boats.
fire
I don't
to
know.
the boat. Watched it burn.
What
I'll
was
find it one of these
that
days.
turn?
What's your problem? I did like 92 damage, man.
I just didn't know where it came from. There's just all of a sudden a grenade going off. I don't think I could see inside the pyramid. That's why I was confused.
That makes sense.
Oh. I don't want to be in this anymore. How do I stop?
All right, that's
Got
pretty
it.
wild. Like,
Hi, soldier.
Yes, like, well, don't blame me for them wearing horns on their helmets, chat. Like, I'm not the one that fucking put the horns on their helmets in
I
the
hate
ceremony.
when people describe that Game of Thrones invented Vikings putting horns on their helmets. Actually,
Careful now. Hi, soldier.
Honestly, I blame the good wife.
That was
still, that's just
the...
ridiculous.
What was that? The rat squad or something?
Yeah, the
What
Rat
are
Squad.
we even talking about? Even
You know the group that captured Tyrion at the end of the first
Oh my
season?
god!
What were they called?
You remember the time
Oh,
Diane
those were
Lockhart
the
got
Hill
in?
clans. Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, but they had some kind of horns on their helmets.
they all had different. They were separate clans. They had
And the one
different
guy
names.
really liked having 2 axes.
Yeah,
Oh, hey, that worked
Oh,
out.
those-
God damn it!
Hrothgar or something.
Chat's mad at me of the uphilly ya ceremony. I didn't invent it. I didn't
Why are
make
we-
them wear the horn
Why
helmets.
are we blowing up Chichen
I don't
Itza?
I've been to Chichen Itza actually.
Yeah,
You've been to Chichen
Yeah.
Itza?
Yeah,
When did you
it's
go to
awesome.
Mexico?
Many years ago. Maybe 10 years ago. But it's
Many years ago.
I remember back then.
Yeah, I mean, it's really awesome. I mean, the Mayans did some really interesting stuff with acoustics. That didn't work. All right.
Rob, what is
I went
this?
to.
I'm mostly looking up this fucking lead ceremony. I'm gonna find it and chat's gonna eat their words.
Fireworks are so weird to me. Like, even as a kid, keep in mind, I'm the same kid who was like, I don't really understand Halloween. You know? Why am I going around people's house and give me candy? It doesn't make any sense. Just go to the store. But, like, if that gives you context for what I'm about to say. My friend lived in the country, and, like, every year they would do, like, a fireworks thing on Canada Day. And it went, like, one year, and it was pretty sweet. And then I went the next year, and, like, a firework landed in a piece of brush and started a tiny fire, and everyone was like, we gotta get this shit sorted out ASAP. And I was like, why do you do that? You're 40, 50 years old. The first time it started a fire, I'd be like, let's never do that shit ever again. I'm gonna burn down the whole forest.
That reminds me of the other year where someone actually threw a mortar into the fire pit that we had. Yeah, he wasn't allowed back the next
You
time.
guys have a lot of mortars in Texas.
Yeah, what's up with this mortar? That's like a
The
thing.
mortars are the best fireworks, dude. Black Mamba, man. Everyone
Man, I
has
like
them.
that big, thick snake.
I do not play with fireworks.
Me either.
There's no need, man.
They're not as fun anymore though, because like when you hit a certain age and you're like with the group or the family with fireworks, you gotta like supervise the kids because the adults don't want to do it, and you're like the youngest adult. This is rude.
That's him finished.
Joe Walsh!
I've just heard too many stories of people like blowing off their hands and shit, and it's like, why? I'm just gonna
Oh
let
yeah,
somebody
you're a
else do
Giants
it.
fan. You're used to that by now.
Like, for the most part,
Is that like a Plaxico Burress joke?
No, the Giants player who blew his hand off actually.
Did he really? Dude,
Yeah.
fireworks? Yeah.
It's the D lineman. Who was it?
Michael Strahan.
No.
Oh!
Yeah, he's got a stray hand now.
Oh, Michael
The guy I'm
Strahan!
talking about.
It's
I
the guy
got
with the
that
grill
joke
on
already.
his face mask.
Dango.
Giants fan? How do you not know
Jason
Giants players?
Pierre-Paul?
Yeah,
Jason
Jason Pierre-Paul. He
Pierre-Paul.
blew off his hand.
He lost a hand?
He lost his hand, dude.
Well,
Holy
there was-
shit.
I mean, he lost like 3 fingers and a thumb, but
There was,
Oh, okay.
well, I'd say that's a whole hand at that point.
Yeah,
You-
that's pretty
You
close,
can think
yeah.
of it 2 ways. You either lost a hand or gained a finger. But I feel like there was also that story last year, like, or 2 4th of Julys ago, where like that dude who worked at Disney as like a Gaston in costume man, like lit a firework on his head, and then when it went off, it just killed him. I'm kind of like, I'm not saying he deserved to die, but that one I don't hold against fireworks. But when people are like, yeah, like 2 mortars went off, one went off too early, knocked the other one off, and then it shot a fucking artillery shell into my house, then I'm like, maybe fireworks are dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know why. Just let somebody else do it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's so many like run fireworks displays that you don't have to do. You can just go watch.
Yeah.
Let's go watch them.
I don't know what you're doing in this car, but it's pretty dope.
Real pyrotechnicians. By the way, I found the molten lead ceremony. It's in Nanquan. What is it? Nuan Quan, China. They hurl molten iron at a wall and each other.
All right.
So there you go.
All right.
Enjoy that.
Yeah, you got us.
Suck on that.
You got us, man. You got us.
Thank you, Slater Zolo, for the $5 tip. Asks, please explain worms to me. I don't understand the rules, objectives, or how you jokers keep getting reinforcements. Love you all, even Rob's weird ass.
Got a weird ass.
He's got a weird ass.
The objective is to just kill the other teams, and the reinforcements just happen. Like, we're not doing, they just drop occasionally. It's random.
Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty much it. Like, game's very simple, actually. Just shooting at each other.
It's
we do get
molten
weapons that
iron.
unlock per turn.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It's molten iron.
It's not molten lead, it's molten iron.
Oh yeah,
that
that's-
changes everything.
Yeah, that makes it a lot different. Molten iron is way safer, right?
Watch it.
Chat, like, you can't win with them, man. It's like, well, that's not Norway. And it's like, oh, it's iron, not lead. It's like, yeah, you guys are whatever. God.
Rob, you had
$1,300 a month, not $4,000 a year.
Let's acknowledge the part of the story that you got right.
Yeah.
There is
throwing molten
indeed
metal.
a city in the world where people
Yes.
throw molten metal at each other.
Yes. Yes, I did.
It was not the same country or the same metal.
I said, isn't there... I started the sentence with, isn't there a place where they throw molten lead at each other? I asked the question.
I think he said it was in Scotland, though.
Tell me what you think about this.
Yeah, I thought it was in Orkney, but that's the one where they shoot it at a boat.
Have you looked up molybdency?
Bolegda?
Molybdency.
Did you guys know there's a part
Alright,
of
I'll do it
Canada?
then.
It's Newfoundland. I'll just say it. There's a part in Canada where they have an event called the Mummers. Once a year, everybody dresses as the opposite gender, and then they just go around to their neighbors' houses where the doors are all unlocked, and then it's like trick-or-treating for adults, but you just get shithouse drunk.
Wait, so the doors really are unlocked in Canada?
In Newfoundland during the Mummers, yes.
But they also kiss a cod.
Yeah, but that's just an everyday thing.
Why do you kiss a cod? What's that about?
It's
reinforce your love of
It's a Newfoundlandian tradition.
molybdency. There it is.
Thank you.
Is a technique of divination using molten metal. Typically, molten lead or tin is dropped into water.
Mm-hmm.
The method originates in ancient Greece and became a common New Year tradition in the Nordic countries and Germany, Switzerland, and Austria, known as Silvester. Classically, tin is melted on a stove and poured into a bucket of cold water.
Somebody mentioned my name?
The resulting shape is either directly interpreted as an omen for the future or is rotated in a candlelight to create shadows, whose shapes are then interpreted. Molten lead is also poured into water in a ritual in Turkey used when people have been affected by the, quote, evil eye, and a similar traditional practice is used in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Yeah, see, there's lots of molten metal
Why are
ceremonies.
people doing all this shit with molten metal? It's dangerous.
Yeah,
You
probably.
get mad at me for fireworks. These guys are...
All right, well, that was interesting to learn. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
What do you think it was like? You know, in like ancient Rome or ancient Greece, they had
I know that.
they had oracles, which were like, you know, ladies hanging out in the temple, and then, you know, Julius Caesar, aka, you know, Heracles, would go up there and be like, "Hey, we're gonna go to war. Should we do it?" And like,
Wait,
I feel
I
like
saw 300. I know all this.
I feel like if they were being honest, the ladies would just be like, I don't fucking know. Like, what do your advisors say? But instead they go, oh, you know, Athena's very angry with you. Like, was that... Did they actually believe... The oracles themselves, did they believe that they were being spoken to by gods? Or were they just like, you know, you get a new oracle, and on the first day, the senior oracle's like, just don't fuck this up for us. This is a sweet job. Just make something up off the top of your head. And then we get to keep living in this dope-ass temple and getting high on psychedelics all the time. And then whenever, like, a serious-looking man in a toga comes to talk to you, just give him some, like, foreboding news.
Pretty sure there's a little bit of A, a little bit of B in that case.
Yeah, probably.
No,
sure
I'm
there are
pretty
some
sure it's
people-
a lot of B and not any A.
Yeah, I mean, more than likely, yeah. I mean, you know, this leads into a whole other philosophical debate about the nature of religion and faith, really.
All right, well, like, we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, I'm down. Let's do it.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Which is why I said that as a preemptive, like, maybe we shouldn't continue on
Yeah,
that.
but, like, even though it's a double standard, I think you can sort of call attention to the absurdity of...
Whoa!
What? You can do that?
That was beautiful.
That's pretty cool.
Badass!
That's pretty cool.
You can sort of, like, call attention to the absurdity of oracles in ancient Rome because it was, like, 2,000 years ago. It's not, you know, it's not a fresh wound for anybody.
Yeah, that's probably true. Well, I mean, there's probably
Directly
some people.
maps to doomsday cults that exist right now.
Yeah, but, I mean, those are fresh. I'm just saying, like, you can make... It's like, you can't make fun of, like, a murder that happened yesterday. But if you know, we openly talked about that dude getting molten lead poured down his throat, and we're all like, ah, ha, 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 you know? It's not fresh.
Oh, ha ha ha, molten lead down the throat.
It's actually molten gold as well. I don't want to make the same mistake that Rob made.
Yeah.
You gotta know your history, you'll be doomed to repeat it, right?
Yeah, you don't want to accidentally say, like, oh, isn't there this thing somewhere? And then chat'll split your ass apart on
What?
it.
They
Yeah,
will
it'll
split
just
your
tear-
ass
Oh,
open, yeah.
okay.
Like in Bone
Absolutely.
Tomahawk.
Holy fuck. I hope you don't drop that car on my head. Oh!
Wow!
It's a shield! And now you made fun of Cairo Sagero. I mean, we did, but then I felt bad and we walked it back a little bit.
We
And
did.
I still sort of feel bad about that.
And then we went right back on it again.
We still don't know if he's actually dead, though.
I choose to Occam's razor it and believe that he is probably deceased.
You're probably
Yeah, I
right,
also
yeah.
feel the same way.
For the sake of things, it's probably best not to make Cairo Seguro jokes.
Like, out of respect, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably wasn't the right thing to, like, make fun of him while he was alive. But you're like,
We had like a respect of it. Like he was gonna gape anybody. Oh, here we go. I'm doing it.
no, it's
I
too
can't.
soon. Too soon.
There's like a reflex that happens sometimes.
Hmm.
yeah.
We call it a meme flex.
If we,
Man.
like, in 11 months, we can go back to it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, thanks Morag for the host.
Hey, Spanks Morag for the toast.
Hey!
Got him.
You want me to tell Morag you want to spank him?
Yeah, well, I mean, if he's gonna give me some
Toast.
toast for it, then yeah.
TIL,
Absolutely.
Michael Caine started acting because the drama classes were full of pretty girls and he wanted to get laid. Front page of Reddit. Well,
You could say that about like half the actors in Hollywood.
ooh, Freddie!
What a shot!
That was
Good job.
amazing.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm out. That's it for me.
Oh, shit.
Also, really
Get wrecked.
long game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the WMD games tend to be very long.
Well, why are we starting at 200 HP?
In the prior games, 200 made it pretty balanced. Otherwise, you'd kill everybody in one hit.
Let's do 100 HP for the
Yeah,
next
it
one.
might be wrong for this game now.
Yeah.
Do something.
Didn't we do a 100 HP one time and then it was like we all died immediately?
Most things kill you in like 1 or 2 hits. Yeah,
Oh, I
Yeah.
shot myself.
Yeah.
that weapon is so cool though.
It is.
Oh
really
my
awesome.
god!
Look how cool that is.
I love how it disintegrates and leaves the couple little notches left.
Yeah. Oh, that's badass.
That was a bang.
So badass.
Let's go.
Perfect slope.
I've not used it. I want to use it.
Ooh, unlimited JPs?
Do you have unlimited JPs?
Heard they recently added more
Hi,
hops.
soldier.
I think you're right. What are you gonna do to me over here, huh?
First off, you take out the jetpack, and then you take out the
jetpack.
dynamite. Oh wait, first you take out the jetpack and you use it to hover, and then you get the dynamite.
You hearing this music? It's like really good.
Go like this. You go like this. You go like this. Ah!
What are you doing?
You
he's
got
trying to drop the
13
dynamite.
seconds. Why don't you just drop the dynamite and then jump off?
Ah!
You gotta go, Ryan. Where did you go?
The way he took off. That was a good moment.
All right.
But you didn't take the full brunt of it. You stopped a little of the damage.
Yeah.
Ready.
It's fucking jetpacked right into like a corner. I
know why
can't see
it's
it.
just, like,
It doesn't
like
show
I'm
you
gonna
what's
play.
inside here, so.
You
Chocolate
take out the
pudding.
dynamite,
Thank you
and
for
then
the
you drop it, and then you hug.
Symbolus, thank you for the subscription as well, Rob. I have one worm left, buddy.
Do you?
Yeah, son.
I didn't even know you had that worm left. Well, good luck getting to mine.
We have unlimited JPs. Have you not been following the discourse?
I mean, you probably just
Not
have
at
like
all.
a satellite, so you could just.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I've never used satellite.
Do it, dude. Kill my worm
You
with
could use
a satellite.
Armageddon. We haven't. I don't know if we've seen.
Oh, you know what?
Armageddon.
We do have concrete donkos.
Donkos? Is that like a cereal?
I don't find that funny personally.
Oh, welcome to die.
Goodbye. Leggy blood.
No,
You're very
It might
dead.
have killed him anyway.
he got
You're
266 damage.
They do like 150 per hit. It's crazy high.
Oh, jeez. That'd have been great, though.
Rock donkey.
100,
Donker Z.
100 HP, please.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, let's rock the
Oh,
100
dude,
HP.
look at my damage though.
I already left.
You got 420.
420 damage. Nice. Yo,
Well played.
what if one of the candidates gets 420 electoral votes?
Then they win, right?
Can someone ask Nate
I
Silver
think they would
if,
just win.
if that's possible? Well, you definitely win. That's like nearly a clean sweep. Majestic Manatee, thank you as well for those.
Yeah, how many are there? There's like 600 or something?
It's 538.
538, yeah. Oh, right, yeah, because that's the website.
Jay Uridian, thank you as well.
I can't believe we're like 3 weeks away from the election. Actually,
Oh my god, is it 3
Don't,
weeks?
don't,
3 weeks.
Oh, kill me.
don't.
Jesus.
Ready up.
It's not even 3 weeks. It's less than that, I think.
November 28th. Mark your
November-
calendar.
Yeah, number 28.
Whoa!
You saw that video then.
We're too close together. Wait, this is a loading screen. Disregard. I feel like
Fucking
Dango.
guy.
I feel like Dango. Nick, did you get to see that video?
The one where he says the wrong date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is funny. It's like so simple in comparison to everything else that it
That's like how I felt about that aviation video from last night too. I'm like, with all the like crazy stuff happening in this election, watching this lady on CNN try to debunk somebody's claim by going through a history of early 1980s aviation, whether or not like first class had fixed armrests. I was like, come on, there's some people of all stars and stripes can laugh at that one.
Wait, which one are the stars? Which one are the stripes?
The Bud Star.
Well, we'd all be wearing stripes if you had your way, Rob.
I don't even know what that
Trying
means.
to rent out
mean?
Guantanamo.
But because if I want to buy Guantanamo, I think you'd put all the jaywalkers in prison, really.
No, he wouldn't. He'd kill them all
Yep.
outright.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like,
Yeah,
let God sort him out.
Like dogs.
put them in the safe zones.
Excuse me.
That's what he kills dogs. It's a thing.
Yeah, he's a big dog killer.
Thanks, Alaskan Savage, for the host.
Where are you going?
Yeah, go to the mine.
Should draw a penis. I mean, that kind of looks like a really weird,
Really
lumpy
bent
penis.
dick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
if that's your
should
penis,
see a
you should go to the doctor.
Or like a-
It's like, let's be honest here.
Kind of looks like a vulture head.
If
So like
I
someone
can
took
see
two
that.
two hands and like put one on top of each other and just like chopped sideways in between.
if
Or like
you
an
want
animal
every
dick with a
state
knot or something.
except Hawaii, Delaware, Washington, California, and D.C., you could get 420 electoral votes exactly. So, if we want the meme to come to life, all we need to hope for is a Republican landslide. And then the Democrats can pretty easily get those other, like, 6 states, and there you go.
Right, yeah.
Hey, thanks Retro Gaijin for the host as well.
Oh, we're talking about the early 80s. What kind of airplanes even existed back then? MD-80s, Boeing 707s, maybe an L-1011, but she specifically said this was a flight to New York, so that rules out the DC-10 and the L-1011s. And then
Obviously.
a Boeing 707 in first class had fixed armrests. And then she's interrupted by the
guy
dude
laughing his
openly
ass off.
laughing next to her. Oh, man.
Well, they were all. Even she smirked a little halfway through it, so I think she was aware that it was coming across.
Whoa!
Wow!
Oh, that's not good. This is an unfortunate circumstance.
And someone in chat said, I just watched the Possessed Skeleton video, and that was a fun time. I agree, this is
Went
from
that
a
far.
simpler era.
Dude, I'm all about potion seller, dude. That's
Or,
the-
as Nick would say, potion vendor.
Vendor.
Yeah.
potion vendor.
I know.
Sometimes
I'm
he
very
vends
naive
potions.
sometimes, I know.
We cycle the meme, like the meme, like we're going for the old memes again now. Like, It's My Life is what 2009 or 2010.
Yeah, that was on like E-Bomb's World actually.
Yeah,
that
that's old.
video.
Potion
real
sellers
old one.
from like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but it was also like on the front page of Reddit like a month ago. Or
Oh,
something.
really?
Yeah.
Why did it come back around?
I don't know. I mean, Dat Boy, like the actual image of the frog on the unicycle, that's from like 2005 or something. That's like just like a stock 3D image on some website.
Still love that boy.
I
Nobody
just
knows
saw
the memes.
Potion Seller. That isn't even funny. Wait until you see it repeated like 100 times, and then you'll be like, I recognize that pattern. Ergo,
It's all-
comedy.
It's
That
like a
video is-
12-minute video.
It's like
Potion Seller,
3
it's
minutes long.
3 minutes long, dude.
That's 12 minutes of my life that I want back.
That kind of is in internet time. 3 minutes is like
Don't
too long
start
for a
it.
viral
Did you
video.
just watch
like
it 4
5
times in a
hours.
row, though, Rob?
Yes, I did. I
Real
put it on
talk,
loop.
if someone links me to a video that's over 90 seconds long and they didn't link it with a timestamp, it's not getting viewed.
Yeah.
If someone goes, hey, you gotta watch this video, and they timestamp it at exactly the moment, I'm like, yeah, I'll watch that. I have great respect for you for an individual. And then if somebody goes, hey, watch this 2-minute video, I'm like, what, are you fucking crazy? Nobody's got time for that.
Exactly.
What
Except for
are
that
you
nobody
doing?
got time for that video. I want to see how far I can get. Oh, it just goes off screen entirely?
There it goes.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
10,000.
6,001!
Mine said 10,000.
Mine says
Really?
2,656.
Alright, well that's confusing.
That's a little confusing, yeah.
Why does it have different numbers?
Where am I? My camera's not auto-locking on where the action is, so I have no idea where I am right now.
Don't listen to the liberal fact police. Cast your vote on November 28th, like Donald says.
Oh, there we
The
go. There I
election is a
am.
liberal conspiracy,
It's true.
like hurricanes.
I don't believe that poll. Like, I saw it, but I
That's 3 seconds too.
I mean, keep in mind, there is a fairly large contingent of people that believe the Earth is flat.
no,
And
I
that
think
finally-
that's
It's not
real.
large.
that's overstated as
Fairly, I mean, honestly, even if it's 1,000 people, that's way more than it should be.
But that's not fairly large. That's,
That's fair for
misuse of the
people-
term fairly large.
For people who think the Earth is flat, 1,000 is fairly large.
well. There's probably like 1,000 people on Earth that have never been contacted by modern civilization. So,
That might be true.
all right, here we go. I just gotta account for the drag.
We gotta remember, like half of the flat earthers are fucking trolling. So.
Yeah, that's like
That's probably true.
What?
Although I've seen a lot of the flat Earth videos on YouTube because they're hilarious.
at what point though, like you have to wonder, because like Tila Tequila is a troll, but she's also crazy, right? So you're like, they're not necessarily mutually exclusive. Like I hear a lot of people like, oh, they're just trolling, and then you're like, yeah, but like they're also at the same time like a little out of it mentally. So
Yeah.
like you can be a troll, but also be like, what happened to her brain?
I definitely believe she believes that.
Let's go.
You know
Don't do it.
what would be fun?
Don't do it.
I mean, her name is Tila Tequila.
We're going
Rob.
out together, buddy.
That's not. Oh my god. Oh no, you're
Get
going
outta here!
Yeah,
on
I'm
your
leaving.
own.
I'm out of here. That's calculated.
You're going to the Ken Bone Zone.
Get you.
Welcome to the Bone Zone.
Shit.
One time in like freshman year of university, I was like, you know, just kind of as a joke, I was like, well, we don't know if they actually landed on the moon.
Fire in the hole.
And my roommate is like a huge space enthusiast. Like he wants to go to space and has structured his life to do so.
He's the Space Corps from Portal 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a space more. He's a space core from Portal 2.
Space
He's a space more. And
Yeah.
he got so mad at me that I actually like never ever in my life went through it again. Like I'd never even said it as a joke for the rest of my life. He's like, this is the most ignorant thing you've ever said. You know, it would actually take more kilojoules of energy to fake the moon landing than it would to actually send the space shuttle to the moon. And I was like, oh, I hadn't actually like considered it to that degree. I just thought it would be funny. Like, do you know how many people died in the space program like before they actually landed on the moon? I was like, oh fuck. What am
Didn't
I?
the first guy to go to space die?
Neil Armstrong? Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Neil
he
Armstrong. Well,
did die though.
yeah, he's been dead for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, like 3
I think
years.
Buzz Aldrin died recently. Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
Buzz
I don't know
Aldrin's
if
still
it was
alive,
the first
man.
guy.
He's still
Someone.
alive?
This is the Russian guy who went to space. I don't know if he was the first guy, but he died in space.
Oh, G something.
Yeah, G string.
Yeah,
Dan
G-string. Yeah.
Giesling.
Yuri,
Dan
Yuri,
Giesling, first man to go to
Yuri
space.
Gagarin. That's what chat's saying.
That's G-Man?
Ain't nothing but a G-man, baby.
Yeah, Gagarin. Or Gargarin. I don't know how you say that properly.
Gargamel. He was the
Yeah,
owner of the Smurfs.
Right, yeah.
Sad sacrifice of the space race. Oof.
Did he die? Is Yuri Gagarin dead?
Yeah,
Gagarin?
man, he's been dead for like
Go away.
since
Who's
he
the
went
guy
to
who
space,
died?
right?
Right, yeah, didn't he?
People
Isn't there that,
who
that
died.
idiot?
Oh, he
Yeah,
did
but
not
did he
die
die?
in
Okay.
space. He did not die in space.
Oh.
I heard when you're in space, you can't die.
Buzz
Yeah.
Aldrin punched a man in the face for suggesting the moon landing was fake. Yeah, I saw that. And I was like,
That's pretty cool.
I completely understand that. Because you imagine you like, you know, it's 1969. You get in this fucking rocket that has like 1,200 kilotons of like jet fuel attached to it, and then you get shot into fucking space. You land on the moon, you're like, oh, I sure hope I can see my family again. And then like 40 years later, some guy's like, I don't really believe that you did that.
Yeah.
I'd punch
yeah,
him in the
pretty
That
face,
kind
pissed
of
off.
like invalidates your whole life, really.
Well, no, it
Yeah.
just makes that, it invalidates that guy's whole life.
Well, I mean, he's trying to invalidate your life, so I understand the response.
Mhm.
It was the Soyuz one where the guy died in space. Well, he died crashing back to Earth.
Technically,
Someone else did.
it's like the Disneyland defense. Didn't die in space.
Yep.
His spacecraft crashed onto Earth. That Earth's got to take credit for that one.
Loser.
Ooh, how'd everyone split up?
That's got to be the worst, though, to do all that and then come back, and then like the point you die at is the part where like you actually hear.
Lil Briz, thanks for the host. Appreciate it.
Grab it.
Buzz was talking shit until he called him a coward. He was in the war and went to the moon. He won't stand for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he
one-
does also have, like, the most badass name that you could have.
Yo, no
probably.
one cucks Buzz Aldrin. Okay?
Buzz fucking Aldrin. Guy's a G.
It does sound like a Star Wars name.
Right?
Buzz Alderaan.
Yeah. That's no moon.
Buzz Aldrin. Oh yeah, that's just Buzz Aldrin. He serves drinks at the space bar.
Get her to do the party trick where he gives you a thumbs up with a lighter.
Buzz Aldrin. Boys, you're lucky. You're the luckiest alien on Earth. Buzz Lightyear was named after him. His
Really?
name's not Buzz Lightyear, it's Buzz Aldrin. So I found a hole in your hypothesis here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Buzz Aldrin was named after Buzz Aldrin.
I don't believe Buzz Aldrin was real.
Buzz Aldrin does what Buzz
It would
Aldrin
take more
does.
kilojoules of energy to fake Buzz Aldrin being real. Come on, Nick.
Come on, what?
Over? Come on over, baby.
I know something is, you got something going on. Oh, this is just ridiculous. Wow.
Oh! That
Well,
doesn't
you're not
set
going
it
back
off.
in there.
All right.
Oh, it's a self-writing mine? Okay.
I thought I had a good idea there, but
That was a great idea. And a
Border
good
fire.
execution of that idea.
thanks. I'm
Thank
not
you,
really
Liz
sure
Mom.
why it didn't work.
Sad that it didn't work. That would have been awesome.
Wait, nobody actually believed that I don't actually think Buzz Aldrin's real, right?
That's
Somebody
sad,
said they'd
man.
link me to his Wikipedia.
Statistically, one person probably thought it.
Oh!
Probably more than that.
If any one of us was most likely to believe the moon landing was faked, who do you think it would be?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Rob or me?
Full
Yeah.
group or just us?
Nick was a close second.
Yeah.
This game has good music.
Nick, Rob,
Yeah.
Nick or Rob, Nick, Rob, Malf, Rob, Cobalt, Malf,
Yeah.
Boar. Is that Bear?
It's
Boar?
definitely not Mouth.
And that's because I didn't remember the name of an obscure ceremony in China where they throw molten iron
No,
at a wall.
I don't know-
This is the reason for this.
I don't know if
just
it's
to be clear,
fair.
Just to be clear here.
I don't know if it's fair, but I just get the vibe that you're the kind of guy who's like, I'm not saying Bush did 9/11. I'm just saying I've got a lot of questions.
I think the two of us are the closest to conspiracy theorists here, yeah.
I mean, there's not really any conspiracy theories that I consider
You hate
valid in any way.
dentists.
You do
Well,
hate
yeah, I do
dentists.
You
hate
do think
dentists, yeah.
dentists tell
But
you
in
there are
fairness-
things wrong?
Dentists, how do you trust that profession? It doesn't make any sense.
What
It doesn't make any
what do you
goddamn
mean?
sense.
I'm just trying to be a little self-aware. I included myself here as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, can't do the whole pot calling the kettle black thing.
Mm-hmm.
Would be
And
the
we
one
both live in
here
New York,
to
yep.
most likely
Yeah,
be
you
a
got
part
one.
of a conspiracy theorist or theory.
Like to be covering things up?
Yeah.
It would probably be
If
me.
they'd hook me up with a copy of Resident Evil 7, I would gladly.
No. Rob doesn't hate dentists. Rob just thinks that there should be like an impartial adjudicator that looks at your mouth and then advises the dentist what procedures should be done so the dentist doesn't have a financial incentive to tell you there's more things wrong than there actually are.
Also, he doesn't believe they're real either.
I don't believe they
No
are real.
dentists.
Don't miss. You didn't miss.
Pretty much nailed that one.
Oh.
My
Some good
dentist,
height, too.
I trust my dentist implicitly, but he kind of freaked me out. Like I had a dentist appointment last Tuesday, and then he's like, "Hey, take a look at your X-rays," and I was like, "Okay."
Take
this-
a look at your X.
Isn't that your job?
There's alarming to decay. But no, it's I looked at the X-rays and I was like, all right, dog. I don't know what any of this shit means. And he's like, you see this right here? Like, compare this to your X-ray from like 6 months ago, and you can
Is it
see
slightly
like
darker?
yeah, like a shadow has grown ever so
Yeah,
slightly.
it's
And
always
he's
a
like,
shadow.
so we can do two things. We can wait and see, or we can fill that while it's still a small cavity. And I was like, why don't you tell me what you want me to do, dentist? You're the dentist, okay? It's like if the doctor was like, well, your blood sugar's really high. We can either wait until you get full-blown diabetes, or you could change your lifestyle. Like, just tell me what you want me to do. And I said that. I was like, what do you want me to do? And he's like, I will just wait and see. It's like, why even take me over then? Just be like, just floss, man.
Some people are a little bit
That
more
did to
worried
me,
about.
actually. when I took my
Potential
cat
decay.
in.
Yeah.
Like, well, we could do this or this, or you could just wait it out for the weekend. I'm like, he's not eating. I'm not gonna wait it out. What do you want us to do? That's why I came here, dude.
Yeah, we've had that before with pets. I mean, it's an uncomfortable situation to be in, though, right? You're like, well, you could save your best friend, but it's going to be like a lot of money. So, like, we're not going to judge you if you just...
Yeah, to be fair, they have to come across in a way that sounds like they're not judging you if you're gonna say, I'd rather let my friend die than pay for it.
Yeah,
And that's a really shitty position.
that's a bummer. Flossing is a myth. It's been proving that flossing doesn't do shit. No, this is scientifically ignorant. The article did not say it's proven that flossing does nothing. It said it's not proven that flossing does anything. It's a subtle difference that is marked.
I don't see how you could say flossing doesn't do anything though. Like,
Stop it.
you floss and like if you brush your teeth, right? You brush your teeth really well.
Yeah.
And then you floss
Thank
and you
you.
pull out a little bit of gunk between the middle of your teeth. You're like, all right, I got that gunk out of there. That's
Yeah.
probably helpful. That's a pretty
Come
simple
on then.
logical connection, right?
I agree with you on this.
I mean, I don't floss, so I'm not trying to be the arguer for flossing, but
So the question here is whether or not tooth decay occurs at a reasonable rate if you don't dislodge plaque from between your teeth.
No. The question is,
Tell me.
scientifically, does flossing correlate with better oral hygiene?
But I thought those two things go together. Isn't the point of flossing to remove the plaque from between your teeth?
Yes.
So if flossing doesn't do anything, then
Why-
the plaque stays there.
Why are we talking about ifs? This is science, man. This is medical science.
I'm just trying to understand the argument because I don't fully understand why it's a debate.
There was an article that came out like
Yeah.
4 months ago that was like, flossing not proven to have scientific or medical benefits.
There is no bathroom.
And then everyone
Yeah, I
who...
guess I just don't really understand how they could not have medical benefits. But I didn't read the article, so.
As someone with respect for the scientific method, I find myself in a very conflicted position. I continue to floss, but I also find myself being like, well, you gotta trust the science a little bit.
Fire in the hole.
And now that's the entire basis of the scientific method. You can never prove a negative, you can only fail to find results, which they did. Don't lie and throw me for that. I agree with you. I'm just saying people are interpreting that article as saying that flossing has no benefits, instead of interpreting it as maybe flossing has no benefits. It didn't prove that flossing has no benefits, it just didn't show that flossing had benefits.
Yeah, I get it.
I still floss, though, because my dentist tells me to. And I agree with Austin. When you see some gunk getting out, you're like,
Just you wait.
obviously that did something. Even if it just makes me feel like it did something, I'm fine by that.
teeth
Any
are dumb,
dentists
though.
in here that can comment on this?
It's probably at least one dentist.
I mean, that's probably at least one.
You think so?
Seriously, why are teeth so fucky? Like, why isn't the average of teeth, like, just good? It's like the average of teeth is like, well, it looks like your molars are pushing all your teeth into a fucking
Yeah.
disaster line.
I think it's
That's
because,
fine. 90% of...
Disaster line.
in, our
90
evolutionary history, it didn't matter. You were
Yes.
like, your teeth are weird, but you can still, hunt animals. Do you guys remember when Rob was on the show?
Yes. But it was,
What's your opinion on the merits of flossing and science as a whole?
I don't know. I read that headline, and then I didn't floss before. I'm not flossing now, so
All right. I can respect
I don't
that.
really. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, if I'm gonna die if I don't floss, then
Yeah.
I'll floss. But I don't know, brush my teeth. My mouth smells fine, so
I'm pretty
man.
pro flossing.
I've never had a
didn't-
cavity in my life, so
I've been nailing these grenades today.
Wow.
that's a good throw.
It's a good throw.
Thanks. And thank you, Skeeter Skater, for the 9 months free subscription. Let's get some baby rage in chat. The baby will be named Mordecai.
I just sort of got into the flossing meta. This summer, my dentist was like, "Hey, you should start flossing." So now I brush my teeth, and I got in the habit of flossing after, and now it doesn't feel right if I don't floss.
I just don't think you can hurt anything by flossing. So.
Although I was betrayed a little bit, because I believe that as well. And then, you know, do you guys have the dentist that rubs, like, the dye on your teeth and then is like, hey, here's where you fucked up brushing your mouth, you fucking idiot. You've been doing this for 28 years and you still can't brush your teeth properly? No, but they're like, you know what? You're doing a great job, but check it out. Right here, you flossed too hard and you made a little micro cut in your gum. That's it.
That's a bit extreme.
Fucking dicks. You didn't
Just
warn
take
me
what you
about
can get,
the
right?
micro cuts.
Plus, it feels weird.
Flossing?
Yeah.
It
The
only
feeling of flossing.
feels weird for like the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Once you get over that, then it feels weird to not floss.
Yeah.
My teeth are extremely close together, so I have to jam the stuff through it, and it cuts the floss apart. So that's pretty annoying.
Also, like, not all flosses are created equal, man. Like,
You
some...
gotta get that flat strip stuff, not
Oh!
the string.
What have you done?
I thought X was jump, because that's what it was in the last 8 Worms games. My bad.
I can use it.
Big Floss getting you to spend $3 every month on floss. What a waste.
That is the other thing, right? Like, floss is the cheapest of all the dental-related products.
My dentist actually told me not to use mouthwash anymore. Yeah, we have a mutual friend who is a dentist, actually, and he was like, you guys don't need to use mouthwash.
I've heard you don't want to use the whitening toothpaste.
Same.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
it causes microabrasions and erodes your enamel.
Oh.
Hasta la vista.
Oh, that was awful. Well, I moved that gravestone, though.
That's pretty cool.
pretty
I like the
cool.
physics on it.
Boring.
Floss is my favorite Metal Gear Solid character.
This is where we've come in our old age. We just had like a 15-minute conversation about flossing.
Are you? This is not the first time we've done something like that.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about flossing before, actually, specifically.
Talk about the flossing.
What song is that?
Let's talk about The Passion by R.E.M.
Uh,
You should know it if you're into classic rock.
I don't know REM very well.
I think this is one of those bands like U2 that is awesome but gets disrespected by punks like you.
Disrespect, I just don't know it very well. I know you too. You think I don't know you too? Because I couldn't even name the
Razgriz
song I like.
3875. Thank you very much for the subscription.
Hello there.
Hello.
I ain't got
Came
time.
from NL's chat to tell you to get a water pick. Yeah, I really should.
We actually got a water pick, and I'm not sure I would recommend it.
What's the water pick?
I need it though, because I can't floss well. I really need to get something to get at the stuff out.
But like a water pick. First off, what it is like a little pump that goes through a tiny spout and it pumps water in between the gaps in your teeth, so that you
It's like a power washer.
Yeah, it's like exactly. It's a power washer that you use instead of or in addition to flossing. It's like a
Sounds
little.
pretty awesome.
It sounds cool, but then like I was like, this is a neat invention, and then I turned it on and it went, and I was like, I can't use this at night. It's gonna wake up all of my neighbors. Yeah, water pick
That
is
doesn't
actually
bother
like
me though.
it's like the loudest domestic invention I've ever seen in my adult life.
Worse than an air conditioner?
Yes. I mean,
Wow.
it sounds like an air compressor has been turned on, because I guess that's sort of what it
What it
is.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'd take my chances just in case it does actually prove useful. Save me money in the dental realm.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm pro water pick. It feels nice, but it's so loud.
How
Gotta be
expensive is a
careful.
water
They cook
pick?
stone with
It's a
the
couple
water
$100.
pressure.
$100, couple $100, something in there.
That's not so bad.
It's not like, you know.
How do you
Not something you buy more than once for a
Yeah,
while.
exactly.
like fill it up, or like what is it? What is it?
It has
you
a
attach it to
reservoir that you just fill up in the bathroom sink.
that? Oh. That's
Can
pretty
you get one that
interesting.
just like attaches to your sink and then you just never fill it up?
You know, you're literally talking about saving a step that takes about 2 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
Just open your mouth over your bidet instead.
You'll regret that.
Get some nice shit water, wash it out. Did I just win?
All right, well done, Nick.
Good game.
I was not paying that much attention. But it was fun anyway.
Ooh, look at Austin's damage, 420 again. We did it.
Nice.
Just joking. Well, that's going to do it for today's weirdly early NLSS. Why don't we take some time to pimp our channels? We'll start with Austin.
Yeah, I'm Austin, also known as twitch.tv/last_gray_wolf. Normally this is the end of my stream, but we're actually still going to be streaming here. So if you want to come watch, we're going to play a little bit of Pokemon afterwards. And we'll be live for a couple more hours, so come check it out.
Dope. How about you, Rob?
Yeah, hi, I'm Rob, also known as Alpaca Patrol. You can find me at Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at Alpaca Patrol everywhere. Twitter, you can find my Discord. On YouTube, you can find Ultimate Chicken Horse. And then on Twitch, I just got my 2DS capture card set up today, so I've been streaming for like, what is it, like 6 hours now, and I'm streaming some more Pokemon. My first playthrough of Pokemon X, which is very exciting. We're doing a Pokemon up until the Sun and Moon release, where I'm just gonna, you know, fucking freebase the Pokemon games until Sun and Moon comes out.
Dope.
So yeah, come by. I'm streaming right now.
How about you, Rockley Smile?
Hey, I'm Nick, aka Rockley Smile. I'm not going to be playing Pokemon games at all, except for maybe Pokemon Apex at some point.
Do me a favor.
Yeah?
And stop calling it Pokemon.
Yeah, I agree, actually.
It's gone on too long. It's Pokemon.
Well,
Pokemon.
Actually, it's like Pokemon.
Pokemon. But
yeah,
not, it's not.
No one says that here.
It's not Pokemon.
I put the little accent in my Pokemonth.
I think Nick's just like done now.
Nick.
Pokemon.
It's not Pokemon. You can either say Pokemon or you can say Pokemans.
You can say Pokemon.
I'll allow Pokemans or Pokemon.
Follow me on Twitter at Rockley Smile.
He's not going to do it.
No Pokemon here.
That's not how you say it. What's Pokemon?
Pocket monsters.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, Pokemon.
Poke means Pocky. Pocket monster. Pocket mon is monster.
You actually just scrambled my brain. That's what you just said there. Well, for now, thank you for watching the Northernlion Live Super Show. It was early today because Cade and I are going to be gone for the weekend. I'll be back on Sunday, but it's going to be late on Sunday, so the subscriber stream is going to be moved to Tuesday at a time that will be announced for Grand Theft Auto goodness. Maybe it'll be, you know what, it'll probably be the same time, like 1 to 4, that the subscriber stream normally is, but we got to figure it out for ourselves. For now, thanks for joining us and accommodating us on this special day. Thank you to new subscribers according to Moobot. Truly Man, Mixu PL, L4 the Spider, Colonel Foxbutt, Mitherin Taffy, Florian Step, Jay Ridian, and Raz Grizz 3875. Thank you to those of you who subscribe to Twitch Primes. Thank you to those resubs. Hopefully I shouted out as many as I possibly could. And for now, both Austin and Rob are continuing to stream after this. Is this correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, you can watch Austin, you can watch Rob, you can get with this, or you can get with that, or you can get with this, or you can get with that, you can get with this, or you can get with that, or you can get with this, because this is where it's at.
Nice. I'm glad you went the whole way there and didn't give up.
Yeah, I mean, like, it probably got funny, not funny, extremely unfunny, respect for finishing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go 2, you might as well go 4. Anyway, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
See you later.